Alright, so, how is everyone today?
So,
Whoop.
the dude just left.
That's about right.
Sounds good.
I guess he's going back.
Let's
To
see.
get change.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
so
I
you know,
What kind of goods delivery dude
my
doesn't have
Wi-Fi's
change?
fixed.
Like
Oh, thank God.
you
Yeah,
mean
we
you
got
fed the hamster?
we got a new modem, and apparently that fixed everything, and the Wi-Fi's really, really good now. So
Yay.
That's
It's a Christmas
that's ridiculous,
miracle.
by the way. That all it took was your grandpa be like, "That's it, I'm getting me mallet."
That is lovely.
Kudos to anyone who got that reference.
Yes, we all. I mean, Courage
all
the
know.
Cowardly Dog. It's not that old.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
not. You're not
I
special.
watched like barely maybe like 3 episodes of that, and I knew exactly what you're talking
Fluffy,
about.
you're like one of those people who's like, yeah, the band's like really underground. I'm pretty sure you don't know.
No,
them,
I'm
and
not
then they
like
get
that, but I'm not gonna
super
assume
common,
everyone
and then
knows
they're, like,
it.
the
But
Beatles or
why are you
something.
still
We're
talking?
talking about
You're
Eustace and Muriel.
Hey.
Have y'all heard of this cool? It's a bit of an underground show called Pokemon.
Whoa. Sounds
I've never heard of it.
life-changing.
Wow, that's so crazy. Oh my God.
It started with a gremlin shitting on me, and everyone took their turns.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You brought it upon yourself.
I,
First of all,
I didn't. It started with her being her.
Can I point something out?
sure.
Robin's back.
That's true.
I've made it.
Robin.
Hi.
Yeah,
with-
Robin will be sitting in this session for playing a character of nondescript distinction. You will find out later. He has not only one role, but 2 roles, depending on which way you guys decide to go.
Whoa.
I wear a lot of hats tonight.
He wears a lot of hats.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Hello, Sadie. I don't think I've met you. Like,
Hi.
properly. Hi.
Not properly. Nice to finally meet you.
I told Harrison this, but, I'll probably,
I'll be right back.
first week in August, I'll be able to play again. So,
Sweet.
Awesome. You mean like as a
Yeah, I could do a player.
consistent? I mean,
Yeah,
as a
I could do a consistent player.
That's good to
Ooh.
hear. Like I said, there is a chair open.
Yeah. I am eating right now, and I'll just wait for my part to come in, but I'll be listening.
Right. That's fine. If that is okay,
Yeah, let me know when you
Maxwell?
want me to start the stream.
Yes, you can go ahead and start.
Awesome. And we are live.
Welcome back, everyone, to Paved with Good Inventions. I am your lovely host, the DM, Harrison, also known as Noose to some, also known as everyone else in the world. Starting things off, we'll do our lovely fun facts about our characters. Let's see, I'm going to start with... Ooh, 6. That's going to be on Voss.
I had a weird feeling that I was gonna have to go first.
So, what do we know about you, Voss?
I don't know. My Voss's patron, his name is Teevil, and he's the one who has given him powers. And that is all I will say about that.
Oh my.
Thank you, Forrest Gump.
I was just thinking that. I was thinking tonight. That's all I have to say about that.
Alright, yep, you now know Voss's patron, and I'm sure that won't come back to bite you right on the ass.
Patron's
Up
bite?
next- This one does. This one really does. In fact, I got the bite damage right here. Anyway,
Nice.
going back to the top of the list, we have Gaylia. If she doesn't have a piece of garlic bread in her mouth, what do we know about her?
There's a moment in history where she's not done that.
I'm here, and I do not have food in my mouth. It's a miracle.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
All right. So today's fun fact, if with your permission, can it be about honey bun?
Of course, you are essentially Honey Bun as well, so...
All right, so fun fact, so velociraptors can run up to 25 miles per hour, right? So that means that theoretically he can outrun almost everyone in this party. Particularly, he really, really, really likes these go together. He really, really likes the smell of blood. So let's say, for example, you were like a little bit of ways, at the pool, like not at the pool, but at the lake, taking like a bath or whatever, and you prick your finger. He could get there within like the next couple minutes and just bite your finger off. So, fun fact. Hope you enjoy that. There you go.
I will say I'm fine with him liking the smell of blood, but I do not know a lot about dinosaurs, but I'm pretty sure they did not all have the sharp sense of detecting blood from a mile away.
Also,
I did
28
look up.
mile. How many miles
No,
per
no,
hour did you say?
I googled this. I googled both of these things. 25 miles per hour. I googled it. That's how fast velociraptors could run. I did my facts. I googled things.
Oh, and for reference, that's not that fast.
It's fast enough.
It's fast
I was
enough.
about to say, considering
Human run
And-
speed at top end is 28 miles per
Second.
hour.
Second
that's,
fun fact, according
Yeah.
to National Geographic, Velociraptor had an excellent sense of smell, and it was the
Fair.
most developed because evidenced by the size and shape of the part of their skulls that held the factory bulbs, which is part of the brain that possessed the scent, and that was bigger than most, and they were very, very, very good at smelling. So
Okay.
I did my Googling.
You did your research, and for that, I will say Honey Bun will have an advantage on smelling any bloodied character that you know. Sound fair?
It sounds
does
very
that-
fair. I was just doing it as a little like fun fact for the party. Like if you want to be meat, there you go.
Right? But I
But-
say bloodied, meaning he has to have been injured pretty well. One swat upside the head is not going to a bleeding make. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yes.
What?
Sounds good.
All right. Next on the list, we have Edo. What do we know about you?
Edo has been through, many years of training and teaching, but it's all in combat, and he has almost no idea on the maths and science and any of the intellectual fields. He was only taught enough to be able to count his wages.
Aww.
So you really putting that
he learned
what,
enough.
putting that 8 in intelligence to good use, man. Oh well.
No.
That's good. Next, we have Maxwell. What do we know about you, buddy?
Dappy me. Alright, so when Maxwell escaped the ruined temple that he was stuck in for decades, he was able to do so with the help of the voice in his head, who was supposedly the Raven Queen. When Maxwell first heard this voice, however, he confused it with the voice of his own mother.
Oh.
Oh
Oh.
no, my heart.
Yeah, now we're sad. All right.
Oh shit, you said fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact. What kind of hats does he prefer, man? Like
bowler.
Boulder. Okay, good to know.
Fit does really well with just the, nothing going on top, just straight down.
All right, and finishing that off, Robin will get a reprieve for this session. He will not next time he's here.
We don't get a who's that Pokemon moment with his character.
Not yet.
Fun fact about my character, whichever one Harrison and I decide on, it's gonna be a monk probably. I mean,
Ooh.
the two that I have in mind are gonna be monks because I don't think you guys have a monk.
You do not.
We do not.
Okay. One of them is either gonna be a lizard folk who was a wrestler and used to work for the circus, but he got kicked out because he ate all the horses. Or the other
Relatable.
one is basically just gonna be a Power Ranger. So,
Oh.
Yes.
I will say, Robin, just to make sure you're confident with your character picking, our team so far includes a Leonin Barbarian,
right?
a Owlfolk Wizard,
Who's that?
that would be Cade, and we'll get to him in just a second.
Okay.
A Triton Warlock,
That's me.
a I believe, high elf ranger with a velociraptor,
I wonder who that could be.
She don't see too good.
and a reborn cleric.
Yeah, Kidneys is blind, by the way, too, so that's fun.
Oh yeah.
Just in in real life.
Just,
Like a seeing eye velociraptor.
just to
That
kind
is-
That's
of,
correct. Yes.
You know the vest
Okay.
you see on dogs. Picture that on a velociraptor.
I see.
It's
I
a
understand.
service animal. Please don't pet.
Okay.
Really, please don't pet. So that is the team so far. And speaking of team, here is the final member, Cade. What do we know about you?
Well, I think I said that Cade is from Briar Glen, which is basically just like a massive, like a community of like treetop dwellers, but it's also the world's connection to the Feywild. So a lot of different like Fey races have come there and like been like, oh well, everything around here is like what I know at home, so I'm just gonna stay here. So he grew up with like not one particular like he didn't like hang out with all the only Owlfolk in his community. Like his childhood group of friends was very motley and only actually contained like one humanoid, like human identifying person.
The basic '90s kids like group dynamic where everyone looks a little different, and there's one kid in a wheelchair. There's one
Yeah, it was very diverse.
very
Like no
Burger
one cared where anyone came from. They were just like, hey, you're small, I'm small, let's all hang out.
the Burger King Kids
Solidarity.
Club of the Feywild. Essentially.
Yeah, like the X-Men, like the fake X-Men from the Burger King Club. There's like wheels and stuff.
Right.
And you'll probably hear more about them as time goes on.
To be honest, it's not unlike the group that you are currently with right now.
That was kind of what I was thinking, is that like this is not weird for Cade to be around just like a completely different group of people. He's just like, okay, this is a group, this is a clan, I will travel with this clan. I like them.
All right. So, out with those fun facts and one depressing fact out of the way, let's continue. When we last left our intrepid heroes, they had acquired a strange box that contained these metallic creations, roboles, they called them. And on the side of said box was the inscription LS Toy Company, along with basically a trademark that looked a lot like the famous Laura Sommerfeld trademark. Trying to find out exactly where, or rather what happened, they decided to head to the College of Tamarath, which has a extensive record of all artificers and their trademarks. Make sure it wasn't someone who was maybe impersonating Laura Sommerfeld. On the way there, they came across a pitfall trap, which, thanks to some high perception rolls, they were able to not fall directly into. They were then held at crossbow point by a tiefling woman by the name of Jezebel, a would-be necromancer by the name of Richard, and a strange grung by the name of Bud. You guys quickly dispatched them, but did not kill them, mostly because they were, let's be honest, you guys thought they were a little too pathetic. As you were able to capture, incapacitate, or rather make them faint because of one really bad critical fail. You guys were able to incapacitate them, but not outright kill them. You heard from Jezebel that she didn't even want to be a bandit. She wants to become a wizard at the college. But of course, as Cade would know, it costs a pretty penny just to enroll. So, sitting down, the group kind of had two ideas coming forward. One of them was to head into the bandit camp where they currently work at and either steal sneakily or non-sneakily the coffers of the bandit camp. The other option, being that Richard is basically wanted by his father to return back to school and become a bustling necromancer, they think there might be a reward for his return. And they currently have him kind of tied up, debating on whether to take him to the college and maybe get some prize money from it. We ended the session basically with them gathered around, trying to figure out exactly what to do. So, you stand kind of in a circle, Edo kind of holding Richard by the scruff, Jezebel just kind of standing up and kind of dusting herself off, Bud in his Maximilian earthen grasp armchair. What do you do?
So, question for the DM. The bandit camp is the closest, correct? I would assume it's pretty nearby.
It is pretty nearby, yes. You guys still have to make your way through the mountains in order to get your way to the College of Tavern.
Right. That northern path through the mountain range.
Correct.
Okay.
Gaylia would like to call for a group vote, so she'll kind of like gather everyone up a little bit, and she'll be like, I'm not entirely sure of what we should do. I say as a group we should make a decision. I guess raise your hands or say aye or one or the other direction.
Are you keeping count? Because
That's why she said or say aye. That's why she said or say aye.
We said or.
Well, someone else will be in charge of counting.
I want to watch this play out.
Do we need a ref for this one too?
You see Bud kind of raise his hand. Bob.
I haven't even said the question.
He put his hand
I
down.
haven't even said the question yet, she says. Alright. All those for going to the bandit camp?
I?
For a second, I thought everyone just raised their hand, and I was gonna be like...
I'm raising my hand.
I'm
following
raising my
directions.
hands right now.
This is so dumb.
I just really think we need to go kick their asses.
Oh, well, I see a decision has been made. I agree with that.
Upon hearing that, Jezebel dusts herself off. If you're heading that way, you'll probably need a guide to kind of get you there. There's a couple twists and turns. And Richard, from your grasp, Edo. And I do also want to mention that I am still a member of this camp, and if I am tied up and bound and gagged, so to speak, they will not be as kind.
You know what?
You just leave him here.
You know-
Did you have to come with us?
You are more than welcome to let me down.
Well,
But where
doesn't
will
he
you
have a
go?
skill set he can offer us? I mean, another member isn't always a bad thing. Especially one who specializes in something different than us.
Yeah.
I mean, he immediately fainted at the sight of me.
I mean, to be
You
fair,
are pretty scary.
Most
See?
women do, right?
He can at least be a distraction or a decent meat shield.
Oh, that's not
Good.
very nice, Maxwell.
Could he get us
At
into the
least- at
place?
least cannon fodder.
I mean, we already have Jezebel. I don't see why we need two. I'm not saying I'm not prescribing kill him or anything.
How
I'm just
deep is
saying,
the
why
hole
can't we?
in front of us?
how deep is the hole? It's about 10 feet.
We could put him in there for now.
Wait a minute. Lich wannabe.
All of them?
No, hold on. Whatever your name is, Ricky the whatever you are.
Dickhead.
That guy.
The
Yeah.
name is Richard.
Yeah. Okay. So listen up, Dick. So what spells do you have? What can you do? You know, other than necromancy.
I mean, I know a couple of shields. Misty Step. You saw that pretty well. If I can get access to my book, real quick. I could show you exactly what I'm good at. I also know a bit of
Ma-
way to makes people blind, deaf if need be.
So, despite him being a shithead, he does have his uses.
Gailia's
So,
gonna raise her hand and ask a question. Wait, isn't like what wizards do is they read the book and get the spells? So couldn't Cade technically just take the book and then learn the spells, and then we don't need him?
As soon as you say that, Richard kind of clutches the book to his chest in a death grip. Like, this is my book. I paid top dollar for it. What's a dollar? Top gold for it.
don't
Cade's
you mean?
eyes just sort of like light up. Book?
Nope. As you have him by the scruff, Edo, he's just kind of like turned around, like he kind of twisted his coat around and is now facing away from you. Mine.
I mean, if you bought it, why can't we just buy it with your life?
Maxwell swivels to Gaylia, not expecting this, just not realizing how cold she could be.
Yeah, Voss's eyes are a little bit
Honestly, like,
bigger.
We spared you, and from what I read, the culture, I learned all about human culture. It's so fascinating. But you're supposed to pay us something in return. So we saved we didn't kill you.
Yeah, that's good
you give us
manners.
the book.
You guys are barbaric. No offense. He looks up at you, Edo.
Not take.
No, barbaric could be letting Mr. Kitty use you as a chew toy.
But how is it barbaric if that's what's polite? The book says that's what good manners are. So in fact, you're the one being rather barbaric.
And the book wouldn't lie.
Tell you what. I will make a deal. It takes a lot of. I know how wizards work. He looks over at you, Cade. I know it's going to take a lot of ink to transcribe whatever I have into whatever you have. Correct?
Correct.
Like I said, you let me go. You do not take me to my father, and I will procure some ink to help you transcribe some spells in my book.
What if she just takes the book?
It's going to take I mean, having two books is a bit it's a bit of a fat feat for someone so small. Might not be able to cast all the spells at the same time.
Size does not matter.
Yeah, Cade's eyes definitely narrow at the size remark. Excuse me? At least I'm a competent wizard.
I mean, hey, there's no need for venom in your voice.
There's no need to be a dick either, and yet here we are.
Like I said,
Counterpoint?
Also, why don't you already have this ink that you could sell for money if you're stuck out here robbing things? Also, what is so wrong about your father?
My father has expectations.
Who is your father?
That would be Lord Mannington of Uneason.
Sounds like he has money.
Do I know this man?
Give me just a history check.
Could I also do that if he's a lord?
Sure.
Can Mike Crab stealth of hand check, sleight of hand check on him? and
That's
steal
an
his book?
18. Ignore the second one. Accidentally hit it twice.
Unfortunately, your crab only does the swiping when he punches someone in the face.
My-
Damn.
Still.
Well, yeah, you go ahead. You can go ahead. And
No,
finish it,
no.
but-
In fact, no. It's gonna hurt him. I don't want to hurt him. It's rude.
Yeah, it's not for your crab is not so much the sneakily stuff because he's a massive crab. It's more of a cold cock them upside the head, and while they're dizzy, pick their pocket.
Oh.
Your crab does not double as a rogue.
Exactly.
Shame.
I know.
Let's see. 18. Cade, you haven't heard of Mannington, at least from Lord Mannington. However, if I bring the map here, you know that there was a shire a little bit higher, a little bit north of where you were, and you may notice the name that has recently. You know this. It used to be called Brindleshire. It is no longer called Brindleshire. It is now called Manningtonshire. You do not know the logistics or the circumstances. You just know the name changed fairly recently.
Interesting. So, if your father's so bad, why is he ruling an entire city?
Oh, you're talking about? Oh, that's some family. It's he expects me to become a necromancer like him. You know,
Okay.
have legions that follow you wherever, and
Ah, that's where it is. Having to follow in Daddy's footsteps.
What is
Daddy
it about
issues.
following that bothers you so? Because from what I see, you robbing people is no better than your father.
because necromancy is disgusting. It is
And there's
absolutely
robbing
filthy.
and threatening.
That-
people.
Why are you a necromancer?
If
Because my father said I was a necromancer. You get the point?
if Maxwell had a vein to bust in his head, it would have at him saying that. That offends him.
Like, have you actually seen a bloated corpse rise from the grave? It is absolutely. Ugh.
Liz, if you
And
do
don't
not
get me
give
even-
us what you
and don't
want,
get me
we will
started-
make you.
And don't even get me started on skeletons just popping out of bodies. Like, it's just a gory mess. And I do not have the stomach for it. And I have other plans.
Then what kind of wizard did you want to become?
I didn't want to be a wizard. It's too much reading, too much logistics, it's too nerdy.
Well, you're not so old that you can't change your career path, can you not? What if you just learn something else?
Gaylia, I think this foray into banditry is his career change.
I mean, it was.
But that's not a very good career. That's kind of mean, and you don't have health benefits.
You're not wrong there.
No
They
retirement?
don't even have health benefits.
They don't even have dental.
No dental.
God damn it.
Is that a Shrek 2 reference I'm hearing? right
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
now? I want to make sure.
you get one.
Welcome to the comedy for the next 3 hours, Rob. This is it.
Listen, this bandit thing was just kind of. I was out and away from my father, away from any of his workers. I didn't even want to be a wizard. No, you're just gonna make fun of me. No, not gonna say it.
What did you want to do?
No.
I mean, you already are laughable to me, so anything you say probably wouldn't change that.
Honestly, it could only make him look better.
Fine. I wanted to become a bard.
Okay.
I mean,
Let
I
me hear you sing. I don't believe you.
I wasn't a singer. I don't have the voice for that. I have other talents. I feel that would be good for a bard college.
You look like the kind of, you look like you could play a mean kazoo.
Again, not the instrument kind of bard. There's more than just one type of bard. Like, writing stories, telling tales, writing poetry, stuff like that.
And
Bards
then you
do
sing
that?
it.
Bards do that.
What a boring bard.
Excuse you.
Kazoo time.
what are the
Thank
next?
you.
Damn it, Voss. I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, what happened?
Mannington, sorry.
Sneezed.
Richard wants to become a bard and not a wizard.
Oh, okay.
What's the difference between a bard and a wizard? Those do the same thing.
It's
Well, are you any good at
A little
instruments?
different.
I-
I mean, I could play an instrument, but it's a little more complicated than just spells.
right. But that idea, that dream got swatted down fairly quickly. You see him shudder a bit as he kind of represses a memory again.
Is there like a bard college in the country?
There is a theater near named Grimsby. It's from last I've
No, I
seen.
was asking the DM, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, there is a Grimsby was kind of the art center for a long time.
So Gaylia kind of relates to him. Because her father also expected her to be something, and she said no and ran away. So she's going to propose to the party. Quietly, she's going to whisper to someone, "What if we drop them off there and then carry on with our quest?"
I will just to bring you back to the map again. I need to find a way to give this to you guys, but Grimsby is way up here.
Never
Well,
mind.
if we take him to Tamarath, and we just don't like turn him into Dear Papa, then he could easily make his way from Tamarath to wherever he wants to go. All roads lead to the
Yeah.
college, basically.
I'm good with that plan.
Okay. So, before I, as Cade, say anything to him, I personally like the idea of going dealing with the bandits, not turning him to his dad anymore. I still think he's a douche. But I also
He's a
like the
douche.
idea of him giving me ink to put more spells into my spellbook.
He may be a douche, but he's a douche with a dream, and I can respect that.
If we put him in the pit still.
So I think I'm okay with us sparing his life, not turning him in, and he gives me ink, and we escort him to Tamarath, and maybe he can give us a help with Jezebel and getting her into the college.
You hear that, rich boy? We're letting you off easy.
Great. This is went a lot better than I thought it was going to be a few minutes ago. Okay. Can you put me down?
You may be
Can I-
asking
can
too
we-
much.
wait, can I-
Put him down, or
Can you take his book first?
Again, he still has that death grip on it.
start shaking him out?
Go ahead, just for fun. Just give me a straight strength roll,
Alright.
and he's gonna roll as well.
Aww.
Yeah. Thud. The book is on the ground. I still need that for my spells.
We understand. I understand. We'll be
I
keeping
don't.
it for now.
Okay. I guess you,
Promise nothing will come, no harm will come to you. And if we do end up in battle of some sort, I'll give you back the book. But until I feel like I can actually trust you, this is staying with me.
It also stops him from running away.
Exactly.
that's. You see, he was about to cast Misty Step, but he immediately puts the hand back. Fair. That's fair. Okay. Fine. Me and Jezebel and Bud will take you to the camp. Are you guys going to say, you're captives, or we're taking you to the captain for some reason or another?
So Gaylia brought a few books from like her library. They're all mostly in Braille, but some of them has pictures.
Mostly in Braille.
Wait,
Mostly.
how pictures? How work?
She
Well,
thinks they're pictures. It's just blank pages. But go ahead.
But one of the books detailing something about how to tie people up was the gist of one of the chapters.
Can you, just for funsies, can you tell me the name of that book?
And the
Karma
author.
Sutra, which she
Ha-
thought was the sequel to Art of War.
How many shades of gray was in this book?
So she's gonna bring the book out and she's gonna show it. She goes, "Oh, I know how to tie people up. We could present them as captives." And she's gonna show the book and flip to the page that she remembers about how to tie people up.
Wait, are we presenting them as our captives, or us as their captives?
Yeah, I don't know about us strolling in with captives and then barking orders at bandits.
There's no way.
I mean, they would be very confused.
It would be very confusing. Yes.
It's my work.
Okay, so I really think we should let her be our guide and play off
We
of cues
could
from.
be new recruits.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm liking that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been Jezebel speaks up. I have been tasked with trying to find new blood for the Carrying Claw. That could work, especially since they know the new guys always want to find new blood, so they're no longer the new guys.
Lowest on the totem pole.
Exactly.
So, what is our actual plan when we get there? Are we just going to, like, grab gold and start running, or...?
I might.
Crab stealth mission.
Bud, you got any thoughts on this?
Bob.
I agree.
I was gonna say I agree.
Well,
He's the wisest of us all.
no.
I'm out for her leading us and taking cues from her and, playing the whole new recruit shtick.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, it's not like we're on a time limit or anything. There's no need to rush this.
I think he just wanted this letter to his sister eventually.
Okay. Yeah, new recruits. Most of you points at start pointing at you linemen definitely could be a good muscle. At least say you are a good bouncer. I think it'd be good. You, Mr. Owl, you may need something to sell yourself, because Wizard isn't exactly a selling point. She gives a side eye to Richard. I think you as the spear, sea elf, should be fine by yourself. You, the skinny one in the black, could. Sorry, I haven't gotten all your names. But what exactly would you have to offer, just to kind of help sell the story?
No, real fucking necromancy.
Fair, very fair. Hey, and I'm just going to say the elephant in the room. The blind girl.
I shoot things really well.
It's freaky. I don't know how she does it.
And I also have my cat. He's very good at hunting things.
Your cat is terrifying. Yes, but can I see the so-called archery skills?
Oh, let's hope. Here it goes.
Where are you pointing? First of all,
What are you doing?
Maxwell-
Who are you shooting at?
Maxwell ducks.
She's just gonna right where she is, just pull out her bow. Is there like trees in the area?
There's trees, right down here.
She's gonna point to a tree and she's just gonna point straight and she's gonna be like, I'm gonna hit that tree right over there.
She's not facing the tree, just so you guys know.
Amazing.
Can I duck or lay down?
You can certainly try.
Alright, so she got a
Are we just
16.
gonna like curl up into like a ball as close as possible to the ground?
So, thinking there's a tree this way, she fires an arrow, bounces off the rock face, bounces off this rock, heads this way, and Mannington Richard ducks from his spot on the floor, and there is a arrow in the tree behind him.
Did you really
See, I
name
told
the
you, I'm a-
douchiest character Dick Man?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I told you guys, I'm a really, really good shot. And she'll sheath her bow.
Right. That is terrifying, but that might be exactly what we're looking for, or at least what they're looking for. Sorry, I'm not saying you're going to go along with this, but yeah, I think kind of keep things close to the chest until you do whatever you want to do. Like, what is your plan once you get in there?
I have no idea.
For reference, about how big is this camp? How many men strong are they?
Oh, let's see.
Good question.
Not counting us. Let's see. There's Giovanni, the leader. There's Snake Eyes, the second in command. There's Fish Lips. There's Bearskin. There's about a dozen of us.
Are they all named after animal parts?
That's names they gave themselves. It's completely stupid, honestly.
I kind of like it. I want to
What's
be.
your name?
I want to be Cat Paw.
I'm sorry. What was that, Voss?
I forgot now. I'm sorry.
Every so often, someone invents the concept of what's that cat Guardian book series?
Isn't it just called Guardians?
Aw,
I think so.
no, it's called Warrior Cats. And
Warrior
you just, I
Cats,
don't
thank
wanna talk
you.
about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. No,
Like I
don't.
said, like I
I've
said.
never read them.
I
I
will
worked
be.
at Barnes & Noble for 2 years. But anyway.
Oh, that makes
I was
sense.
obsessed with the series when I was
Oh
younger.
no, Guardians was that one with like.
The
Guardians of
Guardians
Gahul.
of
I also, it was
Yeah.
Guardians of Gahul. I knew that one well. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yikes.
Move on.
Well, now this is just going to turn to an hour-and-a-half therapy session. Everyone ready?
Isn't that
Fluff.
what D&D is already?
It all started
shit,
when I
you got
lost
me
my
there.
mother.
It
I'm
all.
going to give my character all of my insecurities. And see what happens.
They just so happen to have a slight obsession with listening to Linkin Park when they're upset. Don't look into it.
So, this is DM talking. What's the plan? You guys act like you are recruits for the Carrying Claw. You guys will walk up to the bandit camp. You'll be with the leader, and
This is me talking. I have literally no idea.
This is now going to be Fluffy talking as Maxwell.
I assume
So, how tough are these guys actually?
I mean, haven't seen Giovanni fight in a long time. That's kind of the perks of being the leader. The rest they're good with a crossbow, they're good with a sword. It's enough to have them do their own side hustles and not worry about being overrun and attacked by a velociraptor.
So if we're to hit them at all, we need to make sure that they're not all in a group at once.
That would be advantageous, yes.
We get them while they're sleeping.
We
What
could.
if we didn't all go into the camp? What if some of us stayed outside the camp, maybe those of us who would pass off as such good recruits, and we plan a distraction? I mean, I'm a fucking wizard, so I can light shit up. But I'm not a good bandit. Although I could fuck shit up.
Maxwell does have, let's see, now that you mention it, Maxwell does have thaumaturgy and light, so, I mean, he can he can make some noise. He can do some silly things, cause distractions. So, that's not entirely out of the question.
It's a thought, and then could just keep in touch with message. What's going on in the camp versus here?
How does the recruitment process work?
Well, Giovanni kind of just lines up the new recruits and first gives them a look over. Doesn't at least have some ordinance of muscle, or at least some bit of use to the crew. You would state, why you're here, what you have to offer, and well, you end up fighting one of the other members just to kind of see how good you are. But I will say, chances are it's going to be me, since I'm the one that brought you in.
Well, that's rather easy then.
Or Richard, or hey. To be fair, you outnumber us nearly 2-1. I'm counting that raptor as 1, just so you know.
I mean, to be fair, Richard's he didn't even do anything.
I threw the spell at you. You just are full of nothing but muscle, and it was hard to get a good. Oh, stop.
Yeah, your cat did more.
Meow.
Perfect, thank you.
Are there any secret ways in that you know about?
It's more of just the entire place is kind of hidden among some of the more denser foliage. But I could get you there, and hopefully some of the other people on patrol duty won't notice the rest of you.
What you think, gang?
I mean, if we want to, I'm all for hitting things.
We will have to hit things regardless of our choice.
Wait. So are we deciding on out of character? Are we deciding on who's going in for recruitment and who's staying back, or?
And are we splitting the party?
Yeah, I don't know if we're even splitting up or we're all going in at the same time. I don't know.
I mean, if you guys are quiet enough, I'm sure, you guys can stay close behind.
So, Edeo is not staying behind. He's going in first. We all agree on that one, right?
I think the best people to go in are Edeo, Voss, and Gaylia.
I agree with that.
I think Archie.
Because I think Cade is best at being sneaky.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I apologize.
Also,
I forgive you.
I would say the one person that can fly would probably be really good at, sneaking into a camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then one of us is fucking skeleton, so.
You don't know that.
We're kind of. I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I figure Archibald would want to do, or Maxwell. Maxwell's your character's name, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Sorry, I was being confused.
Archibald who?
I don't know. It's your middle name, right? Maxwell Archibald?
It could be now.
I think Maxwell would definitely be wanting to avoid detection for as long as possible.
I would agree.
I think Max would be like, hang out with Cade.
I think that would be a smarter option, especially since we have multiple tools at our disposal of the magical variety to make noise, make bright lights, do distraction shit. So I think that's a excuse me. I am fine with that idea. I think that works.
The party?
As long as we have ways of communication.
How?
Yeah, as long as I take a long rest, I can remove one of my spells and get and one of my cantrips and get message.
mean, you guys taking a long rest, or you're in the middle of the. Because
Hey, what?
it's...
No, I'm just
Time
saying
is
when we take a long rest. I'm not saying take a long rest right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. What time is it during the day, anyways?
It's about noonish right now.
Hmm.
Like you guys had just gotten back. You just had your nap, and then you guys started off in this direction.
Jezebel, are they expecting you back at the camp anytime soon?
I mean, I'm supposed to come back with any goods that I procure. You know, that no honor among thieves. They think if I hold on to gold for too long, they will. I'll just vamoose with it. Granted, I definitely would. I definitely would.
Yeah, wouldn't blame you.
I would say this could be a short rest for you guys while you guys are taking like stock and trying to figure out your next plan. So,
Okay.
Nope.
yeah, if you guys would like to roll your hit dice, get anything you would normally get back, go ahead and do that.
Okay, wait. So how does that work again?
Depending on your class, you get some things on a short rest back and some things on a long rest back. You also can heal yourself by rolling your hit die and adding your Constitution modifier. So, unfortunately, Cade with their Monopoly die only gets a D6 to roll. So,
Okay, I'm closer to health.
Mine says 3d8. I'm gonna assume the 3 would be on a long rest.
3d8 means you're level 3 because
Yeah.
you gain an extra hit die per level.
Oh.
The
So how do I
shape
find-
the shape is determined by what class you are.
How do I
Noted.
find my hit dice?
For a ranger, I believe you are a D8. So
And
you
then
you have 3d8.
do I add my con to it?
Yes, but you only you gain your hit dice back after a long rest. So once you use those 3d8, you cannot use them again until you take it.
Okay, so can I use 1d8 and then
Yes, you
save?
can.
Okay.
That was
And
my
then
next question.
My con is -1, so would it be 1d7 or would I roll 1d8 minus 1?
1d8 minus 1. Yes.
Okay.
Because you could get a 0.
Right.
Yikes.
Hey, not bad. You gain 6 hit points back.
Nice. I'm back up to where I was. I have full points.
And depending on your class, you may get some things back for short rest. Like I know Voss got his spell slots back from being a warlock.
Oh yeah. Also, I get full hit die because my guy is near me, I think.
That is correct. You have the invocation. Every time you heal, you gain the maximum amount.
Woo-hoo.
As long as your familiar is close to you. We're learning all about our classes today.
Yay.
All right. I guess Jezebel just motions her hand towards the woods behind her. Shall we go, recruits?
Leads the way.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, if I'm getting this right, these 3 are leading Edeo, Voss, and Gaylia on saying they are recruits, while Cade and Maxwell are trailing behind, trying to keep
Stealthily.
hidden. Right. Stealthily.
Mhm.
And I think before all we split up, Cade would hand the spellbook over to Voss. Be like, only if he really needs it.
Thank you. Yes. We will be in touch.
I wonder if they'll find it odd that Voss has a spell book.
Yeah, so if that's the case, you might want to hand it to me.
No, I put it in my backpack.
Oh,
Let's just say we beat up Voss and she was so impressed that she wanted to recruit us. Or not beat up Voss, we beat up Reacher.
beat up
Yeah.
Richard. Okay. So, the group of would-be bandits start leading the group through the forest. I would like to have a stealth roll from both Cade and Maxwell.
Okie doke.
Hell yeah.
Question, Maxwell, are you wearing that full black cloak, or are you wearing something different?
I mean,
Yikes.
that's all he has to wear. Ooh. Hoo
Yikes.
boy. Hoo boy. All right.
Let's see how good Max is.
Yikes.
Bluff check to make them think.
Ow!
Wow.
Not much better.
I was kind of considering that, like pretending, like leaving my clothes with someone and being like pretending.
So, you're not trailing far behind. You think you are, but you're maybe about 40, 50 feet back. And I would like all of you to roll me a luck point, a luck check, which is a straight d20.
Everyone that rolled stealth, or just everyone in general?
Everyone. If they rolled enough on the stealth, they wouldn't have to, but...
But we goofed. My bad. Oh, lordy.
Roll a luck check.
Yes, it'd just be a d20.
Oh, not the 4 and the 2.
Ooh, this is going to be fun.
Get a 0.
3.
I got.
Murdering.
To be fair, I got 16. I pulled my weight that time.
I got a 10. I mildly pulled my weight.
You had 2.
Oh.
It could have been 1.
Lowest one is Edo. Okay, so as you guys are walking closer and closer to bandit camp, Edo, you hear the cock of a crossbow right next to your ear. And what do we have here?
Is this my brother?
The rest of you kind of turn your head and do see this rather slim individual, very lanky, holding a crossbow right at Edo's head. So, thought you bringing us some fresh meat, little mouse? My name is not Little Mouse. It is Richard Mannington, thank you.
He acts like Little Mouse, too.
He does, doesn't he? Now, exactly what are you doing here? All of you, because I see you two behind that tree.
We wish to join you as
Excuse.
bandits.
He takes
But
his
they
eye.
said I could go smash things, so that's why I come.
They were trying to show how sneaky they are, but they were, you know.
Yeah, note for the guy in black. Black doesn't actually make you stealthy at night. It's more of a dark blue kind of color. You see...
Maxwell turns to Kane and goes, "See, I told you!"
You see Frank over there? You see him hiding in the bush? You can't, can you? No, because he's wearing dark blue, not black. You see
Son of a bitch!
I say you're right.
He pops up and he waves his hand slowly and then pops back down.
Exactly. Go ahead and, Voss, give me deception with advantage because of Edo helping you there.
I have a question real quick, just a little RP thing. Were we all there when that happened?
Yes, you were
That'd
all
be
there. when that
21.
happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Haley would like
21.
determine with, wow, that's so good. I didn't even see him at all.
I put my head in my hands. Forever.
Luckily, the 21 that Voss got doesn't take a good look at you. But I say, I gotta admit, we are in need of some new blood. And I do, though it is fun to kick little mouse around, and I can't stay mad at goat feet over here. That is not my name. I do not have hooves. That is a common misconception. And you know that. You know I'm just messing with you, sweetheart. And you see her just kind of shiver at just kind of that nickname.
Mike Wazowski.
Excuse me.
Always watching.
So, you guys think you can go up to Giovanni and become the newest meat here at the Carrion Claw? What do you have to offer, hmm?
Edo just like lifts his axe and shows him.
Fair. Point for you. You, the pretty one. As he stares at Gaylia.
Oh, are you talking to Honey Bun? Isn't he adorable? And she's gonna kind of nudge Honey Bun up.
Yeah, Honey Bun. You see Honey Bun take a defensive kind of stance in front of Gaylia. Yeah.
He's just so pretty. His little cute little eyes. And she's gonna nuzzle him. Even though she can't see him, she's assured that he is the prettiest thing ever.
Those beady eyes. The whole no mercy.
1 second. And let's see. And what about the small one over there? He looks over at Cade.
Well, I was hoping to prove my stealthiness as a scout, but I seem to have failed drastically.
Well, yeah, you both sort of failed on that part. So, with that 21 deception, there's definitely a lot of good recruits here. If it's all right with you, they're little goat feet. I would love to come with you. You know, you got yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruits. I mean, 3 of you. I'm sure I can get a little bit into the pie, so to speak. You see Jezebel clench her teeth a little bit and go, "Sure. I would love for you to come with us." Splendid, splendid.
We don't have any pie.
Oh, you're gonna fit in just fine as fresh meat, sweetie. So, because of that deception, I'm just going to say it could have gone badly. That's what could have happened. And anyway.
Oh.
It's new. It's different. It's the bandit camp.
It is. You guys, with so-called snake eyes following alongside you. The party that's getting pretty big now with all the animals and party members and bandits come across this small cutout clearing in the middle of the forest. You see tents have been put up. You see stores of goods are kind of put around the area. And as you guys kind of make your way, we'll say you kind of make your way towards from this angle. I'll go ahead and put everyone out there. Or put your own character out there, I'll put everyone else's out there.
They're south.
That you don't notice the cat. You see Richard kind of bamf the cat out of harm's way because he has a feeling it's going to get messy. Let's see, and then where did I put that?
I was like, he bamfed me out of the way? Why'd he do that?
Not that cat, the other cat.
The
And not Cade's cat, the other cat.
Mm-hmm.
The raptor?
Not that cat, the other cat.
It's like an episode of What's My Line, but with cats.
Alright, so as you guys make your way through the camp, you see it's kind of a table off to the side, and one of the characters has their feet kind of propped up on the table, holding a potion in his hand, just kind of looking at it, kind of inspecting it. The other one is this character in this very, I'm just going to say it, cultish-like garb. a kind of a bone motif. The helmet made of with horns.
Maxwell fits right in.
It would look very well on Maxwell, but you see that the two characters are talking. The character in the cultish robes says, "Now, Giovanni, I assure you that these potions will make your lowly little bandits the best they could ever be, their true potential. Just, in fact, I'm more than willing to have you sort of give them to passerbys, if you catch my drift."
Is that right? Tell me, sir, why would you come here and offer me something that would benefit me without asking for anything in return?
I only seek to make the world a better place. And I know you and the others have had such hard times since the Tarask fell.
Come now. There haven't been altruists in this world since then. Everyone's out for themselves. And he kind of like cranes his neck around and looks at the main entrance. What in the hell?
Yes, you see your lowliest members of your little bandit camp. You see Bud and Jezebel and that scrawny Richard fellow. You also see a lion man, a fish man, a very skinny guy in black robes, some girl with a raptor, and you can barely see the fluffy owl that is between their legs. If everyone could put their character sheet on here, that'd be great. Not character sheet, they're just their character.
But you jackass, I didn't ask for a carnival to come to camp.
Bud!
Aw.
Sounds rude to Bud. He's such a nice guy.
Wait, sorry. Did you say that you wanted us to post what our characters look like? What
No,
are we-
No,
sorry,
your tokens.
Character tokens, just so I know where you
Oh.
guys are.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you since I don't know if you're get you up there.
I have perfect internet right now. It's
That's right, you
beautiful.
do. Sorry, I'm so not used to that.
You're telling me.
You see Snake Eyes just sort of elbow his way to the front and just kind of go, "Boss, lucky day. We actually got you a couple of new recruits found on the road by yours truly and Little Mouse and Goat Feet and Frog Face also took care of it."
I get up and I glare at him. You're more of a damn fool than the day I met you if you think that's really why they're here. And I kind of like saunter my way over and on my way over, I pass Snake Eyes a potion just kind of like very covertly and I look him dead in the eyes and I nod. Well now, what's brought you to our humble abode?
I always thought I could hit things.
I turn around back to Snake Eyes. Hey, you know what? You might have been onto something. Okay, that one's got potential. Look at him.
See, boss.
I like to shoot things.
Okay, she definitely has potential. I see it. I register it. Good. What else we got? What else the rest of you got?
Anyone likes to bite things?
You do see a raptor like sniffing into the tent next to you.
How in the hell did you domesticate that thing?
My cat? Isn't he adorable?
It's well, that's one way of putting it, Toots. I'll give it to you like that.
Boss.
What?
That one is definitely low in brains. I'm pretty sure you can, do your thing and have her work for us.
I look back at her. What's 4 times 2, kid?
Oh, 8.
I turn around and back at Snake Eyes like, okay, that's it's a little higher than most of the others. We'll find something for her.
Hey, you there with the axe? What's 4 times 3?
Where?
I grab Snake Eyes and I go, this one has a lot of potential.
Oh my god.
Any of the rest of you clowns want to make my acquaintance?
I can be your underwater guy. See, I'm very, very moist.
That's we don't use that word in this camp. I want to make that very clear to you.
What?
It's not something we do here.
What?
Nothing. Never mind. Best left buried.
Moist?
Moist?
Oh my god. he takes a deep breath and he exhales and he goes, "Okay, it's fine, Giovanni. You're gonna get through this."
What's wrong with moist?
Let's see.
Have you ever had that delicious devil food cake? That's
No.
pretty moist.
I just
Oh, that's
around.
the moistest thing I've ever had. It's just
Giovanni.
Fantasy devil food cake.
Maxwell. I'm sorry.
Giovanni will gesture around to the rest of the camp. Of course I ate that devil's food cake. I live in the middle of the fucking woods.
Maxwell pipes up.
I also am not a huge fan of the word moist.
You know what? You are definitely in. You already know the
Kayla's
rules.
gonna be like, moist is a pretty weird word. Moist.
Oh my god.
Hey! Boss said quit using moist. He hates the word moist, so stop saying moist.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll stop saying moist. I can see
Who's on third?
Giovanni will turn back to Snake Eyes and go, "Keep him occupied for a handful of minutes. Find out what they hear. I gotta talk to this guy." And he gestures to the bone man behind him.
That isn't me.
That's
Oh,
not you.
That's not you. All right.
The other bone man.
Ramses. Yeah, I don't think like
Ramses.
they know his name. So
The poser.
All right. So while Snake Eyes just tries to, Snake Eyes talks to you. All right. Listen. Here's how things will work once we get you guys inducted. I am second in command, so I am your boss. So, as we know, a cut of all things that you procure from passerbys, that is definitely mine. So,
Does it
let's
have
go
to be intact?
Oh, I like you. I prefer no body pieces. I'm not into that. But any sort of gold, any sort of fine clothing, any sort of and actually just anything that you can get your little paws on, I will gladly take it. As he's talking about that, Giovanni, what are you saying?
I'm talking to Ramsey and I go, "Listen, it's been a weird, strange day. How long have you been following our camp? How do you even know we're here?"
Let's just say my superiors have taken an interest in people like you.
Giovanni will kind of like glance off to the side. He's kind of looking around at the rest of the boys who are presumably just kind of scampering around camp. And he looks back at Ramses and he says, "What exactly do they do?"
Oh, the Untamed?
Yeah.
Like I said, we have our gods. We are just trying to follow their footprints and make everyone the absolute best that they can be.
He folds his arms and he kind of looks back at the rest of the party just sitting at the entrance getting their introduction from Snake Eyes, and he goes, "It's gonna take a lot of work to get these guys to be the best they can be, don't you think?"
He holds up another potion, the bottle of this orange-like potion. I guarantee it's quite easy.
He'll kind of just grab it, and he'll walk back to the others where Snake Eyes is. And as he walks over, he says, all right. So, what exactly brings you to the Carryout Claw again? You know, you don't necessarily go wandering into the woods hoping to be abandoned one day.
You do to hit pigs, though.
I squint really hard. Suppose. Yeah. Listen, we got a little bit of a business transaction going on right now. You know what? this guy, he points to Ramses behind him. This guy's just giving me this stuff for free. And he like holds up a potion. He goes, "You see this shit? Everyone in this camp has this shit. I don't even know what it does. Do you guys want some?"
Oh, what shit? I can't really see.
It's do you know what glass is? You know
She doesn't need glasses. She's blind.
Oh my god.
You get used to it.
He points to me and he goes, "You got the most wit on your shoulders, you take it," and he hands you the potion.
Who
I
you
give it
give
to
it
the
to?
blind lady.
Oh no.
No, seriously, who did you hand it to?
Yeah, I didn't hear.
Oh, I handed it to I don't know what your character's name is.
Was it Maxwell?
I guess I handed it to
Yeah,
to-
Debbie, me, Maxwell.
Okay, I handed it to Maxwell, and I guess does Maxwell hand it to Gaylia?
Maxwell does not. Maxwell wants to like
Alright, I handed it to whoever made the remark, and I guess that was Maxwell. So
No, the remark was Voss.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Was
I
it?
thought,
Yeah,
I thought it
Max-
was Voss. So
Yeah,
Oh.
it was Voss, not Maxwell.
alright, so
Yeah.
Voss, and then Voss gave it to Gaylia. Okay, so
We can give it to Maxwell to avoid a lot of bad things.
But Gaylia makes it fun.
Oh boy.
Gaylia's gonna kind of like sniff, and she goes, "Oh, is this water? I'm really thirsty."
Can I
Wait
stop her
for
from drinking it?
You can definitely do that. That would be a that would be contested dexterity if you really want to try and force to drink it.
Not yet. Do not stop.
So, do I do a dex save?
Oops.
Yeah. I mean, you still got to roll on you still got an 18 on the die, so.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Is the bot working? Oh no, I'm dumb.
no,
Hold
you
up.
save dexterity.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic. I switched it. Oh shit!
Oh,
You're really good at nat 20 on that?
no!
I did not want to.
Of all the fucking things you could have gotten to... Damn it!
Did you
That's gotta
chug
be
this
the nat
so
20.
fast?
I didn't want to roll well. Oh no!
Roll
Oh
me.
god.
Roll me
Oh no!
a luck check.
Roll me death saving throws.
No,
I was
no, no.
gonna say, and you've already lost 2.
Hey, she might be gaining the ability to see.
no!
Where's the 20?
Oh,
20.
Okay then. So
I can hear you rubbing your temples from here, Harrison.
that's not what I'm rubbing. That is my hand.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa! This
No,
is
not like that, you sickos.
a fairly friendly show.
Not
it ain't.
necessarily, but the
I
phrasing.
realized you were into that role play. What's going on here?
Stop.
Sorry, Rob.
No more.
Potato.
As you
Say your safe word.
Yeah, that's my safe.
Okay, I figured.
as you immediately handed something and just immediately popped the cork and downed the whole thing before anyone could swat it out of your hand. Tastes a little bitter.
Oh, that's kind of gross. And she's gonna like scrape her tongue a little bit.
You kind of wipe your mouth, and as you wipe your mouth, your arms were fairly hair-free.
Oh god.
The rest of you just see this thick black fur on her forearms as she wipes the potion away from her mouth.
Giovanni will just let out like a little bit of a cackle. And he turns around and he looks at Ramses and he says, "So this is what you were trying to do, huh? Trying to make us all into your pets? Your animals?"
is it a hair growth solution?
I want you all to give me a perception check.
Oh, boy.
Even myself, or do I not?
No, not you.
Okay.
Boss, you've suddenly gone
Nope.
blind.
Yeah, seriously.
You took on
Wow.
the blindness.
You guys are so focused on the black
Woo!
fur. Maxwell, what do you get? You got a
Nice.
I got big number.
I don't
most of you are so focused on the black fur. Maxwell and Edo, you see, you aren't looking pervertedly like Snake Eyes would be, but
Gross.
you see some movement underneath Gaylia's dress,
What?
behind her.
Okay.
no.
It's a poop.
Not
I think it's
Really?
A tail?
He goes, oh, it's poop.
Fine.
with the 24, Maxwell, you see just the faintest tip of a very pink, very hairless rat tail.
Oh no.
Okay.
Jesus.
Today on Whose Fetish Is This?
Not it.
Hey,
Nose
hey,
goes.
Is she anamorphing?
not quite. It seems to have.
We're just hitting all the books today.
Yeah.
Right?
We
It
all
seems-
read.
At this
Turned to the college for Harry Potter.
at this exact moment, it seems like it's just the fur on the arms, and what Gaylia has not noticed is the tail quite yet. And
Interesting.
Ramsey kind of walks forth. Glorious, glorious! As you can see, what was once a frail, blind woman is slowly becoming more in touch with nature, more in touch with her true self, more in touch with just her.
Is she still blind though?
Giovanni walks forward and.
Is she gonna have a
asks-
penchant for cheese now?
Giovanni asks her, "What's 4 times 2, kid?"
Out of character. Does the spell decrease her intelligence?
It does not.
Okay. 8.
But you
Yeah,
do.
well,
But I will say, you do smell something quite delicious in these stores over here.
He's gonna like take off like a bullet.
All right, you.
On like all fours.
He on all fours. She's galloping.
Yeah, with that 5, definitely. You definitely rush towards past Giovanni and Ramsey's into this small storage room, and you see something that smells great is coming from this box. This closed chest.
the hell are you doing?
She's
It's
like focused, tunnel vision. Can
Mhm.
I try to do a strength? Okay, wait. Quick question, out of character.
Sure.
Would the spell increase strength?
It would not.
Okay.
I rolled to see exactly what that spell would do, and 5. Your luck roll got you the rat. So
Oh, okay.
if you had rolled a 1, you would have gotten the fish and would have been gasping for air on the floor. I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay, so can she still like? Does she still has like her human nature to an extent, right?
Right. You just smell something
Alright.
really good, and
I'm
you just
gonna.
can't
Can I
help
do
yourself.
a dex check to open, or would that be dex check to open it?
Yeah. Go ahead and just give me sleight of hand. It's
Okay.
Giovanni. You see this strange
21.
21. As you just, you feel your nails are a bit longer than usual, so you kind of just use your nail and just sort of pick the lock of this chest. You didn't even realize you could pick locks. That's kind of a new skill for you. And you open it up, and there is this wheel of cheddar that's just been stolen from the local cheese shop.
Hands off my
staring at
damn
it?
cheese!
So you know that meme where like when you look at something you love, your eyes dilate. Her eyes are just like black pits.
It's
That was a good raid for that cheese. Don't you touch that.
Now,
She's gonna
now,
touch the cheese. She touches
now,
the cheese.
Mr. Giovanni. It's just part of her nature.
Do you have an antidote for this?
Why in the world would I give an antidote for something like that?
Because if not, I think Mr. Giovanni here is going to have an issue with you.
I have an issue with this too. I do not like rats.
You gonna turn us all into rats? That your idea?
Rat potion.
I think I'm better as what I am currently.
You guys are just being so narrow-minded. She is now becoming better, more in tune, just like our god wants us to do.
I think I'd rather just be back to normal if that's okay.
Listen, I got a question.
Sure.
I don't know how to like. Anyway, no, Rob, go ahead.
These things above me, these like square things, are these cages?
Yes,
Oh, no.
they are cages.
Got
Just-
an
I
idea.
don't like that question. I don't like that question.
Are they filled with rats?
Are you still nibbling on that cheese there?
Yeah, she's nibbling on the cheese.
Giovanni will walk on over, and can Giovanni make like a strength or an animal handling check to like.
It's not animal handling yet, but I will say
Alright.
it's a strength check.
Okay.
Contested strength check from both of you.
Okay. Do I do a save?
Yeah, be a save.
Despite.
Oh my god!
You, just for
Nice.
funsies, yeah.
I got a 17.
Uh,
Oh
Gaylia, your natural 20. She is dead set on this new meal of hers, and
Oh
the
my
second you try
god.
and pull her arm away, she pulls her arm back and actually gets you off kilter for half a second.
Oh, woo.
Oh my god, despite all his rage, she's not a rat in a cage.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
Oh, this cheese is so
I
good.
want to go to the bathroom now.
It's like
Yeah, this is campaign's done. I don't think we can go anywhere from there.
I think
she's sitting there. She goes, "This is the best cheese I've ever had in my life. Mmm, cheese." Just eating
Agreed.
for like a solid.
Okay,
like,
now
30
she's
minutes.
just now she's just her in the game. Like this
Giovanni
is
is like mildly freaked out at this. He's not gonna lie, but he's also slightly intrigued by her power because, like, very few people have been able to, have that kind of strength in front of him. So now he's like, yeah, rats.
Are you not convinced now, Mr. Giovanni?
It's something, all right. Bigger problems going on now, though. I kind of walk into the storeroom. Are there any more things of cheese in here that I know of?
You definitely have, maybe not a full wheel, but you definitely have some supplies that you have stolen from shops and caravans that were, had goods.
Because the mission right now is still absolutely getting her into a cage. So I'm going to, get some food. I'm gonna kind of hold it above my head and go, "Hey, got more? You interested in more?"
Roll me a luck check, Giovanni, just how good the cheese is.
I don't know. Hold on. The modifier for that.
It's just a
It's
straight
just D20.
That's alright. That's right. Hold on. 14.
You got yourself a good stinky piece of cheese. It hasn't gone bad yet, but you feel like if you don't turn this into a sandwich soon, it's going to.
Alright. My only intent is using it as rat fodder, so how attractive is she to it?
oh boy.
Gaylia, as you are chomping on this bit of cheddar, is that Roquefort? Ooh.
She's
Yeah.
gonna lock onto him like a missile.
Mhm.
Can I do a check to pounce on it out of his hands?
Where are you, Giovanni, with you holding the cheese?
I'm standing right in front of the cage because my plan was if she tackles me and I make a dex save that I'll matador her into the cage.
That's actually
Wow.
that's
I
fucking
would say
great.
dex check from Gaylia, dex save from Giovanni with advantage because because Gaylia has a bit of cheese lust.
Okay.
For once, I failed. For once.
Her downfall, the desire of dairy.
No!
This is just me in the game.
17.
I got a 3 and a 17, so with advantage 17.
Ole! And Gaylia is in the. Let me see if I can do this. There we go. Gaylia pounces into the cage, cheese still in mouth, and you close it behind her.
I toss the rest in because I'm not completely heartless, but at the same time, I'm I gotta keep her occupied because I don't know how long this thing's gonna cage her. He's kind of in panic mode right now. He has no idea what's going on.
As you close the cage behind you, you hear a hiss from behind you.
Oh, I was wondering.
I
I was
like,
like, where the fuck is Honeybun?
I like slowly crane my head over and gaze upon Honeybun. And I'm like, okay, I nervously look around. I didn't really plan for this. Can I run back to the storeroom and find some meat?
Giovanni, join the fucking club. Let's.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you definitely will have some meat. It's. Again, it's probably in the same thing as the cheese. About to go bad, but still looking pretty good. Do you want to do the same thing?
I'm gonna try and do the same thing with the left cage, yeah.
All right. This one is not trying to go for the meat in your hand. So, so straight roll for, or one roll dexterity roll for you. Contested by Honeybun. Give me an attack roll for Honeybun, Gaylia.
Okay.
Well, I got an 8, so...
Oh, lordy.
If he rolls lower than an 8, we're gonna have some fun here.
Wait, double check what his attack is. I wrote it down. Hold on.
Attack should be higher than the saves.
Depends on what
It's a
Honeybun
plus
rolls.
3 for his attack.
So.
Giovanni's jugular is gone now, so...
Goodbye.
Well, I guess that solves that issue.
roll me damage.
Oh.
Plus, that'd be double damage because that was a natural 20.
What does it mean the natural 20s today? What the fuck?
You've rolled 3 natural 20s so far, I think.
I
Yes,
think Discord's rigged.
I mean, Honeybun's pissed, you know. Now his owner's a rat. I just changed her.
Real
Honey-
question is, would Honeybun become hungry for the rat?
No, please.
Yeah,
Oh god.
But as Giovanni, as you are holding the meat in front of the cage, like, okay, this is gonna work, great. Roll another d8 for the critical.
1d8.
So 6. Ooh, wow, 6, 7, 4. That's 17 points of damage, Giovanni. As you are holding the meat in front of the cage, thinking this will definitely work, you turn your head towards Honeybun, and it's just full tackle bite onto your shoulder as you are knocked down with a raptor on top of you. Is there anything you do?
What was the d8 for? What do you want that for?
No, that was for Honeybun. Since
I thought you said
Honeybun.
Giovanni.
Sorry, Honeybun crit, so I had to roll another d8. So
I'm like kicking and flailing, and I'm screaming, "Boys, come here!" And you know, they're just trying to get the attention of the rest of the gang.
all right, if that's the case, I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative because I'm gonna tell you right now, Snake Eyes does not like the fact that there is a raptor on his boss and will probably try to kill the raptor.
We got a situation here.
Okay.
Fuck.
So before
This happens again.
So are we hitting the raptor, or...?
No. Well,
Question: does the rat in the cage also row?
you can roll, yes, because
Turn order. What's happening? Uh-oh.
so
how good of a grip? How good of a handling grip do you have on Honeybun, Gaylia? Can you call the raptor off?
She could, yeah, right? Couldn't she?
you can, but right now there's
Just try it.
currently
I have screamed from my colleagues. I don't think they care.
yeah. So I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Because from their perspective, you know, this thing just attacked me, and I don't feel safe. So
Give me a
I
second.
don't feel safe either, bro.
I selected my token this time before I rolled initiative. I did it on its own. Thank you, Beyond D&D.
You really learn how to spell initiative, Maxwell.
Man,
Me too, though.
hey kid, how do you spell initiative?
This one's a winner.
How real potential this one. I don't have a character sheet for Giovanni, so
If you look in the, I believe I gave you a
Yeah,
An
you
NPCs.
gave me like special guests, but I can't edit it. So
You can't edit it.
no,
Let me see.
that's why like I don't have a
Oh.
token or anything.
Whoopsie,
Fluffy.
whoopsie. That
Yeah.
is my bad.
Oh, it was that I need to roll check, not. I was
There you
like,
go.
no. I was like, no. I was spelling it right.
Yeah, I'll just copy paste it in real quick.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. So let's see. And
There we go.
you.
Ah, you got it. Cool.
Yep, I realized I didn't check a box saying you can move this character.
Yeah, it's classic D20. It's like, oh, everything is right except for this one thing.
Let me go ahead and find something real quick.
So my initial 7.
All right. So I'm just getting everything together.
I'm gonna say it out loud. I'm so sorry you turned into a rat because of my giving you the thing.
It's okay. I accept my life as a rat. It is not too far away from what I am normally. This is fine.
We will figure out the cure.
I have expected if Maxwell drank it, like nothing would happen.
I was thinking, but we don't know, right?
No, we don't.
Theoretically.
We do now.
To be fair, it's what my character would do, so I had to stick with it.
Oh, don't say that, but yes, I guess.
Maxwell is now just a skeleton covered in a shag carpet.
I mean, it'd be easier to blend in now.
So I'm just gonna get some bandit tokens out because, like I said, you definitely called for your boys.
Gotta get my boys.
Real quick, I have to use the bathroom. I will be
Yep.
right back.
In fact, we'll go ahead and take a 5 for refills and bathroom breaks.
If there's too many bandits, I think we have to kill the raptor.
No.
I mean, we can't fight all the bandits.
Please do not kill my raptor.
We can fight all the bandits.
You can revive the raptor.
I don't think I can. Can I, News?
You can.
Okay.
I think it's actually part of the whole Rangers thing.
It's part of the new beast, the beast token, whatever that is. I forget.
Beastmaster, yeah.
Alright. There you go. I need the token. There you go. Go ahead and just do this at turn here. Alright, let's see. I have Cade, I have Edo, I have Voss, Maxwell, and I have Jezebel's team. Alright. So Maxwell rolled a 2.
I got a 7. So
You got a 7. Ramses, he rolled a 12. Your boys, they rolled collectively a 15. Ooh. Jezebel's team did an 8. What did Gaylia roll?
yeah, she did. She has like a. No, she didn't. Okay. Although she does her rolls through here, I don't see one here. So
Wait, who? Me?
Gaylia, can you roll me initiative?
I did. It's in the rolls here. I got a
Oh,
15.
there it is. Sorry, I didn't see it.
Oh, and these rolls. Yeah, I think we're in the wrong game, like, voice.
Yeah, we're in the wrong game chat. We're actually in the previous one, but it's fine for now.
I don't think I have access to anything else. Oh, I do. All the way down here. Wow. A lot of channels here.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, I am back. I don't know if I'll know about everyone else. I don't know how long it took.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think we went for Gaylia, Giovanni, and Voss.
I'm here.
Okay. Gaylia and Voss.
She just got back. Pretty sure.
I can't hear if she did.
Oh, she just said something, didn't she?
No, Sadie.
Oh, I don't know voices.
That's fair.
I've never heard a voice in my
How
life.
dare you confuse the one woman in the group for the other woman in the group?
Yeah, I sound just like both of them. Don't be an asshole.
I confused you with Veto somehow. I don't know how that happened, so...
That is fair.
I can kind of hear it. Like a little.
I'm not very good at remembering distinguishing features, I don't know.
Vocally distinguishing features.
Boy, typing.
Ignore that.
Robin's gonna TPKS.
I'm gonna matador you into all these cages.
I mean, if there's enough on, I'm just saying. The
It's-
option
no,
is
it's
there
this-
to kill the raptor.
It's the
Oh,
same
man.
cage. He's gonna put you all in the same cage.
I just find out what everyone's favorite food is.
Joke's on you, asshole. I don't eat.
We don't know that.
I do.
How are you a skeleton and you're not, like, doing a fucking Grim from Billy and Mandy voice? How is that possible?
'Cause I was going for Skeletor. But you
That
know,
also works.
but also I don't know how cool Twitch would be with me doing a Jamaican accent.
Make an accent.
Yeah.
Yikes, yeah.
I do it for my other character.
Personally, I would enjoy doing Grimm's voice. I loved the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. However, Twitch may not be totally down for that.
I
So
don't know. They're down with advertising gambling to children, so.
Just do it in a hot tub and you'll be fine, dude.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Gaylia, are
Holy
you back?
shit.
You're muted if you are.
Holy shit, though, D&D in a hot tub.
That'd be so much
Ooh,
fun.
can I get a hot tub?
I'd be so shrivelly.
Shut up.
So shrivelly.
Aren't you like a fish man? You're fine.
I think he met his corporeal form.
Oh, damn. Sucks.
Wait, we don't all look exactly like our characters?
guys.
Small and fluffy.
D&D is about being serious, guys. You can't lie about who you are. There was at the beginning about having our own fears project onto our characters, guys.
I cannot believe Gaylia drank that immediately. Like,
Yeah, okay, in all fairness, remember in the first session when you handed her a scroll and she immediately used the scroll?
that is
It's
fair.
who she is.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me rephrase that. I cannot believe Voss immediately gave you the potion.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
And the thing, I handed him the spell book. So it's just like, of the three people going, I felt like he was the one to be least tricked.
It could have been in Mr. Spoopy Skeleton hands, but no.
It should have been. I'm sorry. I just kind of looked at a person and gave it to him because I
No,
didn't
but
want
you
the
were-
responsibility.
So I would have given it to Max.
I was about to give that book back to you, Cade.
Because I was figuring that they were together, we would be outside the camp, so if Richard did need his spells, they would at least be close by. And also he
Yeah.
could pretend like he had his book.
Voss
That was
is
my reasoning.
perfect.
All
Voss
right.
is naive. That's naivety, right? No, probably.
Something like
that's
that.
Stupid stuff.
So, Cade,
Mm-hmm.
you see this. You can probably tell that this is going to go south very quickly.
Oh, yes.
What do you do?
Okay. So we have Honey Bun holding a guy. We have other guys on their way. We don't know how many though, right?
Correct. In fact, I forgot to add Snake back to the initiative. I'm just-
Is Gaylia locked in the cage?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Like it's
Yeah,
how is it locked?
I would say basic padlock sort of deal.
So he's not holding it at all?
Nope.
He's being held.
I'm prone right now, being eaten by a raptor.
Yeah, he's in front of a different cage, right?
Okay, well, Cade's gonna cast Knock on the lock on Gaylia's cage.
I've never seen that used ever.
Could you
Neither
give
have
me, post me the spell for that? Hold on.
Yeah,
Actually, let me look at that up.
Yeah, 'cause
It-
I remember locked opens doors. I don't know if it opens locks.
Choose
No,
an
yeah.
object that you can see within range. The object can be a door, a box, a chest, a set of manacles, a padlock, or another object that blah 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 blah. A target that is held shut by a mundane lock or is stuck and barred becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred.
Well, okay.
It was unlocked but not open, so she's just open it. But
Right. You also, as you cast a spell and you see the padlock immediately click open, you are nearly deafened as, because of the spell, this loud knock, 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 knock. Almost like a thunder wave, or it's not a thunder wave, just thunder. Burst.
Because it doesn't cause any damage, it just knocks.
Right, but it is still audible from at least 300 feet away. So it
True.
just this sound wave of this knocking sound just blasts through everyone's ears.
Yeah, worth
You
it.
definitely, if there were bandits around there, they definitely heard that.
We already in deep shit. Might as well get one person free.
All right.
And
we didn't have to fight the bandits.
At that
I
point,
think it's
because of I'm just gonna say how these two are back here, because you just did that to the cage. Snake Eyes turns back to you, Kay, like, what the hell are you doing? And it rushes towards you to give you a smack upside the head.
well, I didn't actually take my movement, so I
You
could
You
have.
didn't. I apologize. So, what was your movement?
Well, knock is. That's magic missile. 60 feet. So. Okay, cool. Since he's not in range of him, he's just gonna fly up and go over here. 30. 35.
Oh, wow.
35? 30. So, over here.
Alright.
And he's gonna be. I guess he doesn't. Nah, he's not flying in the air. He's just like hiding behind the thing.
Hiding behind the tent. He can't see you from there. So because of that, and thinking that you two are still in on this, like, what the hell? As he tries to push past you two to get to Cade. Do you do anything?
Edo, what do you think? Do we go ahead and bonk?
Well, I can.
Okay.
Who do you want to bonk? Do you want to bonk Cam? Do you want to bonk the Raptor? Do you want to bonk Cade?
No. We're bonking Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is gonna go for Cade. So like, we want to stop that.
So you two lock arms and just sort of make it. You're already kind of making the you're already making the appearance
We're
of it.
kumbaya.
Yeah.
we kind of are, yeah.
So you two kind of just stand in the way. It's like, oh, is that how it's going to be? As he draws his scimitar, and is going to go towards. Roll me a luck check, both of you. 12. Natural 20.
Holy shit.
Against his
Hey-o.
better judgment, he goes after the pile of flesh. Let's see, that is going to be a 22 to hit. Wow.
Yeah.
He slashes you across the chest at 04. I rolled low. 3 points of slashing damage as just a little trickle of blood coming from the solar plexus.
Oh, he made Kitty mad.
Why'd you have to go and do that?
At 15, you guys see, because of the knock spell, definitely, you see one
Only
bandit.
one bandit
One
coming.
yeah.
Only
Not-
one.
Not
Just one.
Not quite. Not quite. See.
Maybe the
one
others are
here.
sleeping a lot.
And another one from here. You see 3 bandits. They basically use their action to dash into the battlefield. That is their turn this time. Gaylia,
Okay.
you kind of gotten down from that cheese high. And you hear this loud knock behind you as the cage kind of goes slightly ajar.
Okay, so I'm kind of trying to battle with like the animal instincts that I'm currently like having a rush of,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of settle back down. I'm going to realize like Honeybun. I hear the screams. I hear like Honeybun growling. So I'm going to attempt to call him off, and then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on the person that he jumped upon.
How very kind of you.
So
Alright.
Honeybun, come here, boy, and then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
All right. Go ahead and roll your cure wounds.
I heal 4 health.
Giovanni takes a deep breath.
I mean, it's not enough for the gash that is still in your neck or in your
No.
shoulder.
No, he's still not having a good time, but yeah.
All right. Do you do anything else?
Is there a way, would I be able to, if I can on this turn, let me know, could I also do a medicine check on him?
You can try, Miss Blind Lady, but that'll be your action. Actually, no, that'll be a bonus action.
Does she have improved braille method with her little rat fingers?
Mm. Not quite.
Okay,
Damn.
We just need 2 more mice and we'll be good.
Okay, I got a 16.
You know just from the fact that Honeybun does not. Your kitty, he leaves a lot of blood whenever he play bites somebody. You know, you did not do You did
He's
not
just
fix as
rowdy.
much as you damaged.
If that's what you call it. Ah.
Sorry, he can get a little playful sometimes. Just tell him no.
Giovanni is still prone, but he's like on his hands and like skittering backwards, basically. You know.
I will say because of Gaylia telling Honeybun to back off, he at least is not longer on you. But who knows what will happen after that? Is that your turn, Gaylia?
Yes, that's all.
Voss.
Stab everybody in the face with my spear.
Oh
No.
Woo!
No, 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 no.
Yes!
I yell, stop!
Murder!
Halt, stop this! I know we are all bandits, but stop!
I thought you were going to say starting with Maxwell.
Grabbing him by the shoulders
Maxwell, stop!
and smacking him back and forth. Get a hold of yourself!
Get a hold of yourself! Giovanni, please, this is all Ramses' fault. If the potion was... It's the potion's fault. This never happens. Everything usually under control.
Giovanni is too doubled in pain to really even try and muster a response to you right now.
Does anyone see this also as an opportunity to gang up on Ramses and just, like, kick him?
Beat the shit out of him.
That's kind of what I'm feeling. I want to hear group thoughts, though.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm just too far out of the way right now. I don't like the fucker.
Say a murder Ramses party?
Gaylia's not happy with being a rat, so she'll help.
At least give him a good few bonks.
I mean, he might.
I would say Snake Eyes. You know, so far Snake Eyes saw Cade unlock the person that technically is causing the boss harm.
To be fair, she then helped. She fixed
did
the
help.
situation.
She did help.
I said
And all he did is
stop.
scratch me.
he did roll.
Fucking scratch.
He accidentally had the scabbard on. He always fails that half the time. Yeah, we'll see what happens during Giovanni's turn. But Voss, what are you doing?
If I used all of my free action for that speech,
Yes.
I'm just gonna throw my crab as far as I can towards
Toss.
over here. Oops.
That would be your action to throw, and that would be a athletics check. Just see, like I would say, just as how good the athletics is how far you're throwing.
Roll to deploy the crab.
So I just kind of want to throw him this direction.
Sure, like I said, roll me athletics.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Okay, I would say that'll get you to the
End zone of
I'll see you
like
do-
Arizona.
that'll get you to the 8 to 20 feet that you wanted. So right here.
Sweet.
I'm so sorry. Excuse me about that.
Yep. And then he's just gonna go.
And
That's everybody's turn of my
your crab. You still have the invocation that lets your crab.
attack people that I don't want to do. Yeah, I know.
Okay. If that's your turn.
At least he's man enough to acknowledge, yeah, I could be doing something. I ain't, but I could be.
I thought I was trying to stop this whole thing this turn. It all depended on Giovanni. So, yeah, whatever.
It's not really his turn right now, and he's like bleeding pretty profusely. So
That's fair.
He bleeds forever.
Ramses is a little worried, but he is just going to hold his. You see, he has like a kind of a bone mace / staff at his side. He's just going to hold his action if anyone comes near. Because right now, seems like it's seems like with what Voss said, he seems a little weary as to what exactly is going to go down. Speaking of which, Edo, what do you do?
Oh no! What? Sorry.
That was a super ominous arrow.
Mm-hmm.
We call this foreshadowing.
Yes. Yeah. Hello?
Yep. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Oh, yeah.
What I was trying to say was, yes, I was marking out that thing, but I was also asking Snake Eyes, do you want to try to hit me or the guy who actually caused all this?
Oh.
And, you know,
Make a persuasion check.
well, I was more being intimidating, but,
Intimidation. That's for it.
well, I pulled a nat-
Oh!
I'm not intimidating at all.
You're in my fucking way, cat.
Okay. He'll get out of his way.
He's going to take a attack of opportunity on you.
Well, he asked me to get out of his way, so that's what I was doing.
That's a 15 to hit.
I mean, that hits. I'm enraged.
Oh, you raged?
Yeah.
Okay. 7 points of slashing damage, half to 3. Yeah.
No.
Nope. Yeah, yes. Round down.
He just can't seem to take that damn scabbard off, can he?
Yeah.
As he just ignores him and tries to smash Ramses.
Okay, Ramses is going to use his reaction to smack you as well.
Okay.
That's only a 9, so
That does not hit me.
does not hit.
Don't worry, I don't hit either. Wait,
You,
it didn't have the advantage.
yeah,
Okay, there's the advantage.
that will hit.
That does hit.
Nice.
And that's a lot of damage.
Shite.
How about a little more?
That's basically max rolls.
It is. Wow. All right. You swing your axe with righteous fury and kind of catches him in the shoulder as he grunts in pain. You heretic!
Oh, I am a lion.
I'm gonna say Jezebel's team is kind of just taking a step back as Jezebel kind of cocks her crossbow. Bud grabs from his bag of rocks, and Richard sort of stage whispers over to you. Listen, can I have my book back now? You, wet one.
It's almost worse than calling him moist.
Voss, you're
Boss.
Fudge, I said 9, and I said, no, and I am the moist one.
I'll say we are now at Giovanni.
He's just like, I got my book. Aww.
So, Edion has attacked Mr. Bones, whose name I can't remember. Ramses.
Right.
Right.
Edo has attacked Ramses, yes.
Edo, enough to, like, cause a flesh wound.
Yes, it's enough to... You see a tear in his pristine robes and blood.
He will get up kind of shakily. That, like, wastes movement getting up from prone, right?
That's half his movement, yeah.
Yeah, so I got 15 left. I get up and I kind of shout over to him. You bleeding idiot! None of this would have happened if you hadn't come over here! And
Well, yeah.
I draw my crossbow and I shoot him with it. Oh, I don't have a crossbow. You put dagger here twice, but it's still... I think it is a crossbow, but it's named dagger. So...
I will...
I hate when that happens.
I will allow it.
It says
My crossbow's
ranged...
name is Dagger.
It's so funny, it's dagger, ranged weapon. Okay, here we go.
Daggers are ranged weapons.
I throw
Yeah.
it.
True.
No, I throw dagger. I shoot my crossbow, but it's a crit fail.
You kind of quick draw your crossbow, but in that same motion, you accidentally toss the crossbow as it was a dagger.
You go to shoot it and you're like, why is it? Oh, it's a dagger.
I guess when I'm like standing up, I like slip a little and it falls out of my hands.
Aww.
Oh.
All right, that is your turn, Maxwell.
Okay, so let's see. Let me look in Maxwell's bag of tricks here. Let's see, what does that do? Okay. That. Alright. So, let's see how far I am. Maxwell is... Gotta do this ruler thingy. And... Oh yeah, I'm definitely in range. So, Maxwell is going to cast on Ramses Ray of Sickness.
Noise.
So, they have to make...
You hear Richard behind you. That's what I tried to do.
Yeah? Well, watch a real fucking necromancer do it.
Shut up, Dick.
So, they have to make a Constitution saving throw. Is it just off my regular cleric DC?
What's your DC?
13.
You rolled a 14.
Ooh, that is unfortunate.
So, you see him kind of... you throw this sickly green energy at him. He sort of turns it to the side and hits the bone shoulder, and it didn't really go through to the skin.
Oof. Oh, holy crap, I read this wrong. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage and must make a Constitution saving throw. On the failed save, they get poison. Okay.
I'll say he won't get poisoned, but go ahead and roll me the attack roll to see if you get damaged.
Okay. Ooh. Let's see. What should I roll that as? Because I don't have it on my sheet as an attack. I just have the spell description.
Your spell attack bonus, that'd be d20 plus your wisdom plus your proficiency.
Okay. D20. I apologize for the wait, everybody.
It's fine. Clerics have a metric boatload of spells to...
Clerics are like insane in 5e.
That's because no one wanted to play a healer, so the people at Wizards said, okay, let's just give them like 4d10 on a first level spell. What was that?
Like, fine, you don't have to be a healer, just kill people.
It's my attack bonus and what with it as well?
It's
Proficiency.
Your
proficiency bonus. That's what I thought. Thank you.
Yeah. So like it'd be like +5, I think, if your wisdom is +3.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, my attack bonus for spell is +5, so +2, so that's +7.
No, it's +5 total. That's what.
Oh, okay. God, yeah, I'm still learning. Apologies.
You're fine.
No worries.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
God, this is a little bit embarrassing. Not gonna lie.
You hear to your side. Not so easy, is it?
You know what? You fuck off.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him.
Cade? You hear a bickering between two necromancers. What do you do?
Do I do? Okay, so we're in the kill Ramses. Or at least beat him up a lot.
Murder Ramsey.
I think we're gonna go with a classic, and we're gonna cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Okay.
Aw, yeah.
Go ahead and put him on the field. I will say, at the current how this is, there are more clustermancy tokens than there are actual players of my campaign. Just so you guys, because there's almost 1 for 1. Everyone has one except for Edo. That could easily change. But
yes. Okay,
Two.
so strength save of 13, please.
You wrap your hand around him and go ahead and make me a perception check. Edo and
Perception?
the perception for Edo and Cade is for funsies.
It's not supposed to be advantage, but that would be a 16.
Sure.
That is also a 16.
You guys watch as the hand wraps around Ramses. You see his eyes flash a bright yellow. And Edo can see this just because he's closer. It's more of a primal look in his eyes. As he rolls a 22 for the strength saving throw.
Oh.
Oh my god.
hand!
As he takes that Mason's hand and just backhands the hand.
High-fived it to death.
Right. Now, Snake Eyes, he didn't hear anything from Giovanni, but he did hear him say, like, this is all Ramsey's fault, which is fair. However, there is a lion and a massive earthen hand kind of in the middle of this fight, so he's just going to dive back over here behind this tent, and he's just going to take a crossbow attack at him. Actually hits. He did more damage to Ramses than he did to either of.
To me with combined?
Yes. Right. The bandits as well, they don't know the situation. They just, they kind of see this one here rush up to you, Giovanni. Boss, what's up?
I don't even fucking know anymore, man. He points to Ramsey. He's like, get this guy out of camp. It's not worth it. Not worth having anymore.
All right, that is their turn. Gaylia,
Yeah, boy.
what do you do?
All right. So what is the current situation? Just a little recap.
Seems like everyone's kind of teamed up on Ramses for the whole rat potions and kind of just throwing a monkey wrench into everything.
Okay. So we're going for Ramsey, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I am. How do I do the little stretchy thingamajiggy to see how far I am?
You see the little ruler in the top left of your screen?
So there's the paintbrush, the microphone, not the microphone, the magnifying glass, the click. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
What?
It's right below the magnifying glass. If you click that, there,
Oh.
and then there's snap.
Oh.
Does it right now.
Yeah,
Oh, I did it. Okay. How do I drag it?
you just, yeah.
I
you
did it.
got
Okay. Okay. So Ramsey is which guy is Ramsey?
The
Uh,
purple in the center.
That
right
one?
in front of the,
Purple.
Yeah, right in front of the cat. This dude.
Oh, that thingy. Okay. All right. So I'm about 5 feet from him, which means I can do my poison spray. So I'm going to cast poison spray, which is a cantrip. I extend my hand toward a creature I see within range, and I project a puff of noxious gas from my palm. The creature has to succeed on a con saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
All right, he rolled a 5, so go ahead and roll me that damage.
Alright, I got 5 damage.
Okay.
And then I believe, and then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds, because is that a bonus action?
If you had Healing Word, that would be a bonus action, but because you already cast a cantrip, that took your action.
Okay, because Cure Wounds is not bonus.
Right.
Okay. And that is all I'm going to do from this turn, and then next turn I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Voss. You watched as Ramses just sort of shrug off a massive earthen hand.
see if he can shrug off my bonus action Tentacle of Doom.
Okay.
Release the Killamari.
Unfortunately, he does. Where is Slappy?
Oh my god!
Can you stop?
We had it too good for too long. The rolls are coming back at us.
I just think all our luck went into the natural 20s to get.
Get Gaylia to eat fucking cheese. That's what
You,
you got.
you luck vampire.
All we wanted.
Sorry.
Alright, that's your bonus action. What's your action?
Can I cast Frostbite as a cantrip
Yep, what do I have to roll?
at Ramses?
Sure. What do we need to roll?
I think it is a 13.
That one, he rolled the exact same thing he rolled on the frost or the poison spray. So 1 point of cold damage.
No.
You're just cooling them off. It was a little hot in here. Out here.
Right then. So
He needs a jacket.
he sees people are surrounding him, and he looks kind of at all of you. Heretics!
What?
You mindless heretics! You do not see the power that the Untamed can give you. And you see as he kind of doubles over.
I thought it was cool.
Nope,
Oh, God.
It gives them disadvantage on attacks.
not quite.
In all fairness, Gaylia can't see anything, so.
He's having a pretty good day. You know, she
You
got
hear,
You're,
you hear, especially you, Gaylia, you just hear the rip of fabric and muscle as you see Ramses seems to grow into this hulking form. You hear two massive breaks of bone and flesh as a pair of arms jut out from his side as the form of Ramses is no longer here. In fact, I accidentally deleted him off the...
We did it!
Not quite.
we win.
Fun!
Yep.
Yep, same thing.
Oh!
And
Oh no!
Am I in a mirror world?
Return to monkey.
God damn it.
as this massive gorilloid with 4 arms, this white fur, and these massive fangs roars in defiance of exactly what has been thrown at him.
I hate him.
Yes, you should. Let me see.
Oh.
He's got nipple arms? Is that what's going on in there?
Yeah,
That's just
that looks like it.
That's just nipples.
No, the arm is coming out right under it.
Let me see.
Nipple
Don't-
arms.
Don't talk about
And-
them, he's sensitive.
You got me in fun of in high school for it.
Frostbite gives him the disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Next weapon attack roll.
Well, all attack rolls
yeah.
are weapons
So-
unless he's doing unarmed damage.
Up
So-
to DM.
He's going to do... The first one's going to be on Edeo with disadvantage. That's a 9 to hit, so that misses.
Mhm.
Here's the next 4.
Oh
Edeo.
my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He is going to attack Edeo another 2 times, Giovanni 1 more time, and also bite him. So for the 2 attacks on Edeo, that is a 24 and a 20.
Yep.
You take a grand total of 15 damage, halved to 7, I believe.
Yeah, depending on rounding up or rounding down.
Monkey
Rounding down.
angry.
On Giovanni, 8 and a 12.
I'm good.
So you roll out the way of these hands that just kind of try to... He kind of puts his top hands in like a pile driver kind of stance and just slams it down to where you were, but you roll out of the way.
Ah,
You didn't catch these hands.
Mm.
Oh, that was bad.
I acknowledge it.
Alright.
I thought it was still funny.
All right, that is his turn. Actually, let's see. I had him at like 12, so I'm just going there. All right.
Yeah, he was just above me, so. Yeah.
So, Edo, that happens in front of you.
I can catch this axe.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oops.
I don't know what just happened, but I'm pretty sure he's a bigger target now.
That's a good way to look at it.
17 will hit.
Nice. Nice, dude. You're all like a crazy man.
Jeez.
I
dude.
am.
All right,
Oh.
yeah. You take a good chunk out of him on the side, and he just kind of roars in defiance. So yeah. Let's see, that's
Ooh.
21. So.
Thank God for Angry Kitty Nuke.
hmm
And he'll then just bonus action roar, just in case.
Okay.
Which is he should pass it, but it's a wisdom saving throw. DC 13, I think.
Natural 20. I am so
No.
sorry.
No!
Ouch.
He didn't roll that on an attack.
Yeah.
This is true.
Silver linings,
That's
people.
true.
Silver linings.
Silver linings from the silverback.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God
Okay.
damn it.
What?
No, I liked it.
No, you didn't. You said "God damn it" twice.
It was the good
I liked
kind.
It. I thought it was a good joke. I
Yes.
enjoyed it.
Thank you. I'm going on the road.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know.
All right. For Jezebel's group,
Oh, finally.
Jezebel is going to see this happening, and is just going to head over here. You see her disappear into this tent here. Richard walks up to you, Voss. Like, can I please have my spell book? This is kind of unnecessary now.
No.
That-
Come on!
Isabel. You know?
I just gave up a potion that I shouldn't have. I'm not giving up anything ever again.
Voss, we kind of need the manpower right now.
Fine. That's all it took is his Maxwell's word.
All
Give
right.
it to him.
All right. As he finally gets his spell book back, he.
Some
looks like-
pages are torn out.
Excuse me.
what? What?
Was he eating them?
What are you doing? Yeah, eating them? Like, you have to be eating them.
They're in my pockets.
Roll me a luck check.
Aw.
He looks at it like, "Where's my false light? Where's I don't whatever." You have the pages for false life. I'll just say
Cool.
That's not that big of a deal.
that. That's why it's not that big of a deal for him. Like, I'll look for it later. You see his hand sort of glows, and this bony hand like reaches out and tries to grab a hold of Ramses.
Oh my god.
That's going to be and goes far wide as he misses and slaps. It high fives the Maximilian hand. That was what I was going for.
Oh, wow, we are really a couple of fuck-ups today, aren't we?
This is why I didn't want to give him the book.
Giovanni, there is a massive gorilla in front of you.
Roll for banana.
No. I'm going to tell you right now, the cage is not big enough.
You can't solve all your problems with cages, I've heard.
Well,
Challenge
you don't know
accepted.
until you try.
It worked pretty good for me. Up to a point, I guess. God, what do I do here? Yeah, so Gaylia, Honeybun's still not trying to kill me, is he?
No.
He got called off, okay. So,
Right. But you did see a man just anamorph into
Yeah.
a four-armed
Yeah.
gorilla.
Yeah, we wanna go home, I get it. Monkey song.
Damn it.
I can't really. can't really move without triggering opportunity, can I? So.
Nope.
Alright, well.
Oof.
Is there 5-foot step in this or no?
No, there's a disengage,
Yeah.
but that is something PC rogues can do. And
Yeah,
actually,
so.
you don't have that. So
I don't have that. I don't.
Yeah, multi-attack though.
Yeah, I do. I guess I just draw my Scimitar. And I kind of yell to the rest of the boys, "Looks like gorillas on the menu!" And I charge in, and I fucking slash at him with a 7. With a 7.
No.
So.
Wow. Oh my god. We're gonna die.
That one didn't work. Let me try it again.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Nat 20, baby.
There we go.
Go ahead and roll your third attack before you roll damage.
I have a third? Oh, it's 3. You're right.
You do.
Right. There we go.
Just keep doing it. Just keep attacking
And-
until you said stop.
17.
The 17 will hit as well as the natural 20. So roll your damage for the nat 20 first.
Okay. So that's.
It'd be 2d6 plus 3 for the natural 20.
So here's the 2d6. So.
8 damage from that hit.
And then I'm gonna roll. It's 1d6. Yes. Okay.
1d6 plus 3. So
Ooh,
you did more with
nice.
that one than the other one.
Oh.
Ain't life grand.
All right. Maxwell.
So let's see here. Ooh. Okay. This is. We're gonna see if this works. I am going to cast. Let's see. How far am I? Where? Hold up. Okay. I am going to cast Bane on Ramses.
Okay. What is the roll I need to make for that?
That is a charisma saving throw. So, it would be DC 13.
I am so sorry. Another natural 20.
You've
Oh
gotta
my
be
God.
shitting me.
It would have made it down to an 18, but it is still a natural 20.
Oh my!
I
God!
I have the dice roller in front of me. I'm sorry.
No. I totally believe you. The dice do what they do.
What's up with this asshole?
There's so many 20s this session.
This is true.
That is true. It seems like your Bane spell just kind of pings off his leathery hide.
I mean, Monkey is very charismatic.
All right, Cade.
Question, do we know what his AC is? Or his, sorry, yeah, his AC.
I mean, you know a 17.
17 hit him.
That's so far the only things that have hit him that wasn't natural 20s.
Bulky boy.
Okay. Alright, let's see here. What do I have? Oh, that's cool. Magic missile.
All right, roll with magic missile.
So I'm rolling 3d4s.
Yep, 3d4s plus 3.
Where's this one? There it is.
So 11 damage total.
Cool.
All right. Once, twice, 3 times, these little arcane bolts of energy just hit him one after the other. Ping, ping, ping. It annoyed him. Let's see, that minus 11. Yeah, okay.
He's looking incredibly bloody. He's gonna pass out soon.
He is not bloody, I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, because he fell over dead already.
Yeah.
You believe that as he bites your wings off. All right. Snake Eyes.
I had wings.
I am going to, because he just turned into this massive fucking gorilla, I'm going to roll something. He is worried more about his boss than anything else. So he is going to rush up here, and he's actually going to take a swing at the gorilla.
I thought you were gonna say honey bun for a second. I'd be like, wait, we
Man.
never figured
yeah.
that out.
I was about to be a little angry.
He
No talk me Ingy.
he actually does get a swipe with the scimitar.
Yeah. Go
What do
Snake
you hit him
Eyes.
at?
He hit him for 2 points of damage. He rolled.
All right, chip numbers.
The other bandits, however, I'm going to roll a little something. Nope. Nope.
They're gonna run.
As this entire transformation happens, you just watch us go, fuck that, and they are dashing out of the area.
But
No.
no. Losses.
No honor among thieves, unfortunately.
Bloody hell.
In fact, I'm just going to do that. All right, Gaylia. You just hear a massive roar, and it doesn't sound like your kitty.
Okay, so there's a
Another
threat. All right,
kitty.
got this. Okay, so my question is, he transformed into a gorilla, which is a beast. Am I wrong here?
This is technically a monstrosity because of the extra arms and the fact that he shapeshifted.
Equity.
Oh,
The ranger once again is useless with my 5 little animal things. All right, I'm going to first. How's Giovanni looking?
Right now I'm bleeding. There's a velociraptor bite inside of me. I don't know how you would know any of this because you can't see me.
Well, I can like kind of smell blood. I can hear like if you were limping, she might be able to like determine like by sound like if he's kind of walking with more force on one leg because you're close to her.
I'm on both legs. I'm walking. Your cat attacked my shoulder, so that's where I'm hurt. I'm pretty sure.
Are you wincing? Is there a lot of blood?
Not anymore.
Mostly because it's out of his body.
I'm doing all right. Well,
I mean,
Okay.
to be fair, that attack on your shoulder clearly made your aim better.
Would
the
you?
first round I dropped my crossbow, so I don't know what you mean.
Okay, let me think real quick. Alright, I'm going to just go ahead and once again forfeit turn for Cure Wounds on Giovanni.
Okay.
Just because I really don't want Giovanni to die. This will be my second spell slot, so I only have one more after this. But I heal a whole 8 damage, so...
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Do you
I'm
need any movement?
basically up to full now, so.
Okay, terrific. And then I guess for my bonus act, like per se, I'm just gonna tell Honey Bun to just get ready, just in case.
Okay.
You're getting ready to die.
Yep. Voss, what you up to?
Okay, so this dude's can do whatever he wants. No, none of my actions are bonus actions or anything.
I believe you have your bonus action to command your familiar to attack, move and attack.
Okay, so it's the same. It would be the same thing as using my tentacle too.
Exactly.
Okay. I wonder what his. He's the laziest. Okay, he's my bonus action. Tentacle.
Sure.
Oh, it hurts.
I'm so sorry, but he just tries to reach for an arm, and the lower arm just swats it away.
He's
Aww.
been eating all our luck.
It's the
I blame
duality.
me, I'm sorry.
It's the duality of man.
I'm gonna raise 2 fingers up and shoot an Eldritch Blast at him.
Naturally.
All right.
As a warlock does.
That will hit.
Oh my god.
Thank God.
Yes, a 21 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is chip damage, baby.
All right. That is now Ramsey's turn.
It's so forceful it blew a hole right through the guy. Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see. He's actually just going to do a whole bunch of flurry of blows on everybody. Let's see. First, one attack on Edeo. 23 to hit.
Yep, we'll hit.
8 points of
So mean.
8 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 4.
Alright.
He's going to do one on Snake Eyes. Ooh, that hits. Ooh, oh. Okay.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
You see as one massive meaty fist just slams on top of Snake Eyes, and he is in a lot of pain, but he is still alive.
Full bulging vertebrae.
He's gonna need some help after this.
Some chiropractics.
He's gonna throw one swipe at Honey Bun, natural one.
Good.
Honey Bun don't give a
Good.
shit.
Anyone too good for this?
And one more swipe at you, Giovanni. That is a 19 to hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that hits. What damage?
Only minimum 5 points of damage,
Okay.
God, that's the minimum.
and that the
You're
bite,
right.
the bite.
More like a kiss, right?
Giovanni, roll me a luck check for me.
It's a love bite.
Love bites.
Yikes.
You see, that one was for Snake Eyes. You watch. Let me see. As with that same hand that smashed Snake Eyes, you watch as he brings him right towards his mouth, and
Oh no.
Oh,
in
no.
one swift motion, bites down and rip.
Who just got eaten? Snake Eyes?
And he
Snake
deserved
Eyes.
it.
Okay, that's fine.
He
I
was
heard he
the
was a-
sexist asshole.
I was gonna say, I heard he was a
Yeah.
misogynist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Did
he
we
deserved it.
did we just witness our first campaign death?
Technically, yeah.
All right.
You
So
went
far-
this far with anyone dying? I'm impressed.
I
The
think we
first
saw
human death.
a dead rat, and we saw a bunch of dead people.
Dead
Dead
robots.
Dead kobold.
But we didn't. But we.
But we didn't
We
watch a
didn't
man
see him
die
die.
until now. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, Snake Eyes is ripped in two as one half goes flying one way, the other half goes flying the other. The tents are just coated in blood.
Ooh,
Oh my God, this is some. Whew.
that's fucked up.
Can you smell that, kidneys?
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
Yeah,
God.
you don't
Yeah.
know. You don't know
Gaylia's
what's
like,
happening.
why are we in an iron forge all of a sudden?
Oh God.
Edo,
Yeah.
that happens.
Yes, that did happen, indeed. Dado can't think of anything other than just slapping this thing until it hopefully stops moving.
Yeah. Well,
Yep, he missed.
you're
Oh
a
my
little.
Goodness.
Oh,
God.
you're
I
used
told
to.
you, all of our lucker's gone.
You're used to
Robin took
fighting.
it.
I
Yeah.
took some of it. Gaylia took a lot of it too.
That's true.
I'm not fully responsible.
All right, that is your turn. It is now Jezebel's team. Jezebel still is in that tent. However, Bud and Richard are kind of holding point here. Richard is he's going to try Ray of Sickness as well. So
Did you say watch? This is what a true necromancer's like.
watch and learn, skinny boy. And a sickly green bolt of energy lands dead center of Ramsey's chest, because it actually did hit this time. Let's see, that is 2d8 poison damage. I'm just going to roll here. But 8 points of poison damage.
Oh, look, the blind squirrel found his nut.
Yeah. And that is going to be a Constitution saving throw. You know, he has +3 to con. I think he'd roll something. But he is poised.
Hot damn.
So let me look up the poison. It's poison till the end of his next turn, which I believe it just means he has disadvantage on his attacks.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Ooh, that's nice though. I will take that any day of the week.
You see Bud smacks Richard on the back, goes, Bud. Obviously proud, because poison's mostly his thing.
His boy's grown up.
Giovanni, that is your turn.
He's having a real bad day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even put into words how like freak the fuck out he was by watching Snake Eyes become meat. So, okay.
How far back do you and Snake Guys go?
What a great question that I don't have the answer to.
Roll me a luck check.
Oh, I'm
We
gonna
grew
roll
up
you a luck
together.
check. Okay.
Roll for anime flashbacks.
7.
That's how long you've known each other, since you were 7.
Oh man.
Jim Henson's Bandit Babies, yes.
You just watch your childhood friend get ripped apart by a fucking monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it, Harrison? Like I know him
That's
for that long. Holy shit.
You've known him for a few years, I'll say that much. So
Like after the Tarask incident, I'm sure, or before.
Tarask, it's been about a couple decades after the
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't remember how far back it was.
So good.
Yeah, he's I'll be honest, he's a little crestfallen and spirit broken by that. You know what? I would still be in 5 feet. He's gonna run over, like is the token that's like to the right? Is there like a piece of him there, or is where's his body?
I'll make this easier for you.
Okay.
Copy. Let's see. Paste. He's over there as well.
Oh god.
Well, I will go. Which half is this that's closer to me, the top or the bottom?
That would be the bottom. The
Yes.
top left.
All right. I'm not. If it was like his, face and chest, I would probably be concerned. But if it's just his legs, I just kind of look over and scream, and out of rage, I just go a swinging again.
Oh, I was picturing like a really girly, like,
I could have done that. I don't have.
I like that better.
It could have started like that, but it's ending in a primal rage. So that hits.
19. Okay.
You have 2 more attacks. Bandit captain.
Schwung. Nope.
Nope.
Oof.
Schwing.
Yeah.
No.
So it'd be 2d6 plus 6. So 14 damage.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you were slicing into it. He's beginning to look a little cut up there. 16. Did I say 16? 14. Okay. Maxwell.
Okay. So. Oh, God. Maxwell does not have a lot of spells left here. Okay, so I have a question. So all of his attacks have been counted as unarmed, correct, Ramses?
Yes.
Shit.
I thought monstrosities were they don't have unarmed attacks in 5e.
It's technically a claw attack, but it's a melee weapon with his own
Yeah.
natural weapons.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if I were to cast Raven Feeblement, which on a hit the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength, it would not count towards his attacks.
It would, because the claws are still strength based. Yes.
Okay, so it's not a waste of time to try that. Cool.
Yeah, you can make a ranged spell attack against him.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So I have to make a ranged spell attack on a hit. Target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends. At the end of each of the target's turns, it can make a Constitution saving throw against the spell. On a success, the spell ends. So Okay. Figured this out earlier. Come on, Fluffy. Use the brain. Okay. 1d20 plus 5, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That'll hit.
Thank God!
So I'm just going to put this on him. He is currently enfeebled. I'll just put the sleepy face on.
He snoozed.
You know what? I'm tired of your fucking bullshit.
What did I do?
Not you, asshole.
Oh,
The bigger asshole.
Like angrily screaming at God right now. What was that?
it was at Richard, but yes.
I thought he was addressing Harrison, frankly. I was like, okay.
Wow.
God's cameo appearance.
You ever seen Monty Python?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on with it. All right,
Good
you hit
reference.
This beam of black energy hits him square in the chest, and you see his muscles, kind of these tendrils of black, like seem to form in his veins as he is enfeebled and poisoned. He's not. He's really. I'm going to just look into the future and say his next turn is going to suck.
Yay!
Cade.
Oh boy. Will it though? What can I do? I'm going to mind sliver him.
Okay.
So intelligence save of 13.
That is okay. You're not going to guess, but he rolled a 14.
Motherfucker!
However, in this form, he has a -3.
Yeah.
Yes! Alright. 1d6 psychic damage it is.
Uh-huh. Does that do anything else?
It will. Once I roll the damage.
Yeah, 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay, sorry. It just showed up late on my thing. It will subtract 1d4 from his next saving throw.
Okay. Good enough.
So
Alright.
it takes 2, and now he's down a d4.
Gaylia.
Okie dokie. I am going to. Is anyone directly in front of him? Yes. Okay. 1. I'm gonna use my movement, to move in front of, the Italian dude.
Giovanni?
What?
Giovanni.
You really can't get in front of him because he's.
There's currently a monster in front of me.
Well, then, like off to the side, just because I'm gonna use Hail of Thorns, and I don't really want to get him hurt.
Okay.
Like,
That's,
right
like
there.
if you aim it, if you aim it right here, yeah, that'd be fine.
How do
or
I?
other- Halo, if you aim it like right here, you'll be able to kind of
Tail
prevent him.
Thorns is just 5 feet, right?
Right.
Yeah, because you don't need to be there. That's just where you're shooting it.
Yeah. So can I move right there? Is that okay?
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying if you move right there, you'll be in your AoE.
Oh, then where do I move? I just didn't want to hit.
It's a ranged attack. You can just stand where you were if you wanted. Isn't
Well,
it?
no, but isn't that still within range of the AOE?
No. Depends on where you're shooting. Like if you're seeing where that orange arrow is shooting, if you
Uh-huh.
shoot there, your Hail of Thorns will hit him and no one else.
Okay, then I will try and do that.
All right. What is the Hail of Thorns?
Okay, so first off, that is a bonus action. So next time I hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from the ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it has to make a dex saving throw. And then you take 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save, and then half as much on a successful save.
All right. First of all, roll your attack to see if you hit.
And then I also have, it's not a bonus action, just happens, is my favored foe thingamajiggy.
Sure.
But I have to hit for that to work.
Right.
Bow. Assuming that hits, yeah. Pretty sure that
Natural
hits.
20. Yeah.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
There,
At least you
Probably
still have
double
our
damage.
luck.
That's yeah. It already rolls
Oh,
double damage for you.
yeah.
So 16 damage and dex save for the Hail of Thorns. That's a 8. Roll me a d10. Actually, yeah, roll me 2d10. I guess that would be part of the crit. So
Okay.
Hot diggity damn.
Gaylia.
And then I'm so sorry. I also have the favored foe damage,
okay.
which is just 1d4, and then every time I hit, apparently I increase the damage by 1d4.
Sure. Roll me your d4.
This first one is
D4 multiply and crit as well.
Yeah. All the dice are double. So yeah.
I'm so sorry.
All
right.
That's what rangers are good at.
Harrison pouring himself a scotch. God damn it, they're killing my monkey.
I
Well, he did get a kill already, and he might get another.
Oh, you right.
So, you hit your arrow goes flying. You hear the very familiar ricochet as it goes off the cage. The
Christ.
pit. You hear Richard go, "Fuck! Watch where you're pointing that!" As you see the rest of you see an arrow just land to the side of this gorilla, and nothing happens for a second. In fact, even the Ramsey looks down and and then suddenly, as it seems to just explode into splinters and is now covered him head to toe in this arrow shrapnel. He looks terrible.
I just did 30 damage in one attack.
He's still standing, but he looks terrible. Voss, what do you do about that?
For the first time, I'm gonna let the crab move up.
Okay.
It's time for crab?
Yeah, because my tentacle's not working.
Crab.
Mr. Crab is going to try to attack
Roll me to damage. Roll me to hit.
as a bonus action. Swipe.
13 just hits.
Yeah.
What?
You guys finally found his AC.
The real hero.
Oh my god.
Still alive. As he just takes his big knuckle claw and just pops him in a kneecap. I'm going to say, unfortunately, he's not wearing anything at the moment. So I don't think his sleight of hand bonus action is going to apply here. Unless you want to
didn't have any potions on him, you know.
That was maybe on the clothing that has since been ripped away as he anamorphed.
Just
No
takes
nipple
it.
rings?
Just
I really wanted to see the crab drink a potion.
Roll me sleight of hand if you want to, Voss.
What do you mean if I want to?
Unfortunately, you do see a nipple ring, but as he goes forward, he
Ah!
like no,
Ouch.
no. Like he's gonna die with dignity at the very least. Speaking of which, it is his turn.
Oh, hold on. I've
Oh,
only
that's right.
bonus actioned.
I am so sorry. That is-
Sir.
You have activated his trap card.
May I trade a action for another bonus action and use my tentacle as well instead of?
I think
Where
you
is
can
that
tackle the
in?
tentacle as a standard action as well. I think that's just
Yeah.
part of the tentacle.
yeah, anything that's a bonus action, even if that's not, even that's a iffy rule book, I decree anything that's a bonus action can be used in place of your action. So
Okay. I just thought I'd ask. Also, I was wondering if we're doing material components.
it depends if you have a focus or not. I believe
But don't
as-
worry, you can resurrect me without him.
Right. The focus, I believe, like a orb, a wand, a staff, something
Yeah,
that.
I don't have
Sure.
anything, so I got
You
a
should-
pouch.
Yeah,
I'll try to
proponent
remember
pouch.
that.
Yeah, it depends on
I
when you
haven't-
make your character.
Yeah, I haven't needed any things yet. I don't think. I haven't used any spells. Just
Sure.
anyway.
11 misses. Actually, I remember we're doing how I'm doing flanking. I don't know if this has happened yet because you guys have not ganged up on anyone yet, but as flanking, it's a +2. And with Giovanni and Honeybun on the other side,
Jesus Christ. What is happening?
Technically speaking, yeah.
it is technically a 13. So, roll damage.
Holy shit.
And your speed's reduced by 10 feet.
Voss,
What? No. Shut up.
what happens?
Oh.
Yo.
Perfect timing.
So many arms and tentacles. Oh,
Thank you,
this is so
Kai.
cool.
His speed is reduced to 0, I'll tell you right now, but what happens?
The tentacle wraps around his leg and kind of like brings him down and just like coils all the way around him and squeezes him lots of times.
Damn. Who's finished that?
Mine? Why do you think I said
Hey, that's my line.
I just joke.
You watch as this tentacle wraps around his leg and yanks it out from under him, and he roars in surprise, but not before the tentacle seems to just extend 10, 20, 30 feet, 40,
Oh God!
as it just wraps completely around him multiple times until you can barely even see him. It is just, and then in one fell swoop, you just see crunch as it basically trash compactors the gorillon, and you just hear gushing, breaking, a whole bunch of visceral noises as the flailing stops and the tentacle retreats back into.
Might be too late. Should I have knocked it out?
Meh.
And that will end it for tonight.
Gaylia, you hear the sound of someone making like a smoothie in a blender.
Oh no, she's like, oh, is it already time for dessert?
God.
The
I mean,
gorillon,
yes.
the gorillon is crushed, battered, and let's be honest, it wouldn't have attacked because it had disadvantage, and it was poisoned and would have done minimum damage even if it did a hit. So
I just realized something news. I poisoned it at like the beginning with my poison spray.
it only took it took poison damage. It didn't get poisoned. I think that's how poison spray works.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't keep poisoning. It's just poison damage.
You know how in Pokemon how poison moves can poison, but they don't. You know, they
It's
don't.
not guaranteed usually.
Not guaranteed, right?
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, you guys defeated the Ramses monster, and you know, Gaylia is now part rat. So that's like I said,
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that.
We're gonna have
We'll
to
figure it
that.
out.
like
Wait, I have a question about the part rat thing. Like, how obvious is it looking at her? Like, does she still look like her, or does she look like Ramsey? and
face
his,
is still
like,
fine. Face is still fine.
Okay.
You're gonna have to do some investigation on Ramses. You're gonna see exactly how long he's been drinking. So we'll have to see exactly how long you can be a rat. If it's a cure. If there. Let me turn off the battle music first off.
Yeah.
So you'll have to just kind of see exactly how you were affected.
Okay. So we'll figure
Besides-
that all out.
Besides
next
the love of fromage that you have acquired.
yeah. I'm good with. I asked that if she does turn back to normal, I would like her to keep one thing from her rat days, and that's the love of cheese.
Excellent. Alright.
We will pick up at the aftermath of this lovely scene full of torn bandits, crushed monkeys, and broken dreams. Anyway, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was very fun.
Thank-
I think it was, like,
you, Kai.
Probably my favorite section.
It was incredibly chaotic, but I enjoyed every second.
Madness. I'm
I-
so glad I got to finally use knock.
That
That was
did
awesome.
work.
It w-
Yeah,
that
I
came
did
in
not know
clutch.
if there was like a use for that. I've never heard of that spell, but it was terrific. It worked so well.
For some reason,
If your rat friend is encaged, just there you go.
I really wish Giovanni had tried the cage technique for the third time, though. I really wish he had tried.
The whole session is me just one by one getting the entire party into different cages.
This man collecting us like fucking Pokemon.
What is this? Pokemon Go?
I'd let you collect me.
Oh,
After
that was a little,
It is
a little
dinner
flirty,
time for
Ross.
me, so
Yep.
I am going to boogie off. I'm sure it's much later for the rest of y'all.
Thank you all for coming. Special thanks to our lovely guest, Robin, for
Yay.
Hey,
playing.
Rob!
I'll be back.
You'll be back. And
Good! Fun
If-
playing
Fuck
with you.
yeah.
if let's
Hey.
see, you said you'll be back.
First week of August, so
First
not
week of-
next.
Not next week. Okay. So
I'm sorry,
Well, I
I'm sorry
might
my
be-
pet cat tore out your shoulder.
Eh,
But I put it back, so it's all good.
I may be absent next,
Uh,
not next Friday, but the Friday after. So we'll just miss each other, but I'll be back again the next week.
And so August 30th, I go back to college. So the Friday of that weekend, I'll probably be moving in.
mm,
So I will not probably
So-
be able to attend my
so if
session.
that's the
So we're
case,
not gonna do the Dead by Daylight then?
Wait, is that next Friday? No, that's
Yeah.
not. That's not next Friday.
I
Yeah.
thought
it's
Yes.
up to you.
Is it? No,
If
I'm
it
saying
is.
August. That's August
August.
30th.
August.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
was. You had
different.
me freaking out. I'm like, I'm not going back to school
Well,
yet.
next week is the 30th, so
Yeah, no, I meant August 30th. I go back to
Okay.
school.
so the
Yeah,
20
on
so the
that
tw-
note,
that's good to know ahead of time. But thank you for that.
Friday coming up, so this Friday, it's optional. So only if you want to show up, show up. I'm gonna get
What?
other players. And we're doing the
Okay.
one shot thing.
Is there anything we need to know as far as like making a character or?
Yes. So Fluffy and I were talking about we were debating having the concept of basing your character skills off of you and what you're capable of.
Great.
nothing. Knitting.
Yeah, -2.
No. So how it would work is you would get 4 perks, and those perks could be something based off of like an aspect of you. Like for example, I'm really, really good at knowing when people have stuff. So my perk would be like when I'm within like 5 feet of another person, I can tell what they have on them
Like weed and stuff.
and like stuff like that.
You weed.
yes, she turns into a drug dog.
Sweet.
So basically, you come up with perks, and those perks would be like in Dead by Daylight, the characters they have perks based off of their backstory.
Oh,
So
man.
like one person, Nia, she was really good at being sneaky, so she has this perk called Urban Evasion that lets her crouch really fast, and she goes around really, really fast. So it'd be like that. So like I said, this is optional. Feel free to look up the game and feel the vibe of that, but
Oh,
we'll
it's
explain
Is
it.
it? It's an actual game. I did not realize. I thought this was a homebrew from you.
No. So it's a homebrew based off of the actual game, which is
It's a video game.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, Fluffy and I played a lot.
Yeah. I'll look into it. Could you post it in chat somewhere?
Yes. And like I said, this is optional, so if you want to just take a rest weekend and not show up, that's fine. Just let me know by Wednesday so I can get players.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and say I'll be there. So.
Oh, hell yeah. And I will try to post as much information this weekend as I can on it.
Please and thank you.
Me and Fluffy have to work it out. I did a little bit
Yes.
on my own, but we have to discuss that.
Yeah.
All right, and again, I'm glad you guys all were able to make it. Robin, I'm glad to see that you will be joining us in this.
Yay.
Yeah.
If you need any questions about the world that you're in,
Right.
you know where to find me.
I'll when we get out this call, I'll talk to you a little bit about we already talked about one character I might do, but
Mhm.
there was another one that I had in mind that I thought of kind of recently that I really was interested in.
I'm going to go ahead and say, just to let you know, since we're going to be picking this up in 2 weeks, correct? For everybody?
Yeah.
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 Robin, you know that other scenario I had planned for you?
Yes. The other NPC one, yes, I do.
I believe that's going to be, if that's the case, there's a good chance your character may be near that altercation.
Oh boy, Harrison. That's gonna go really well. I already know how this is gonna pan out.
Right.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited. Alright, I'll see y'all later.
Not yet.
Have a good
Adios.
night, everybody.
Night.
Thank you,
Thank
Oh.
you for the session. Have a good night.
and thank you to everyone that checked out the stream. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, we love the stream people.